Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Malicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces high priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern Xenon, one who is there within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on today. If y'all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be another one of my murder mysteries, guys. Okay. So, if you all have ever seen any of my murder mysteries before, you know where I do a psychic reading, sometimes spirit reading, or whatever I have to do to basically get to the answers as to why someone, you know, the reason for someone's untimely, demise in some type of way, guys. Okay. So, that's what we're going to be doing on today. Um, As I said, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. That is your free way of showing your support to help grow the channel. You see the brief disclaimer at the bottom of the screen scrolling that this content is for the purposes of psychic investigation, guys, okay? Um, and all of that jazz, guys. Okay, I'm actually waiting for it to finish strolling real quick, guys. Okay, so I can go through the complete disclaimer with you all, guys. Okay. um it's so interesting, guys, because I was going to do this like a while ago. Okay, because it was like a year to her death this past May. And like the day of her death, like I found this or what have you. But anyway, we're gonna go through it, guys. Okay, this commentary is covered by the Fair Use Copyright Act of 1976, and although my psychic investigations covers very real and serious topics, which is no laughing matter, guys. This content is for your entertainment purposes only, guys. So I would ask that you all please use your own discernment, okay, and govern yourselves accordingly. Um, and I'm giving you this information per the information that is being given to me by my spirit guides, okay? Also, I want to say that this content is also for the sole purposes of psychic investigation, criticism, comments, opinions, news reporting, teaching, education purposes, okay, as well as research, guys, okay? Um, so, all the information I'm giving to you is allegedly according to the information that is given to me by my spirit guides, guys. Okay, so like I said, just use your own discernment. Um, Today's missing mystery is going to be about a lady who goes by the name of, I believe it's Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, guys, okay? Or Guidry, okay? That's her entire name, guys, okay? So her passing was May 28th of 2025. So like I was saying, I actually ran across a video where somebody was talking about this young lady or what have you. And it was quite interesting to me as to who she was connected to prior to her death, which is what made me very, very interested about it, guys. Okay. I kid you not. I literally have all the information for this situation. And for months, something has been like delaying me in doing this reading, guys. Okay. It just seems like just other things came up, other work, other things. It just seemed like distractions of me doing other things and other work or having, just other things to do that I hadn't got around to this yet. Okay. And I would see the information. I had wrote stuff out and I had even pulled some cards from a few decks or what have you. I literally had the entire situation because I knew something wasn't right about the situation, especially with who this young lady was connected to. Okay. Um, what have you. I knew from the jump that this young lady was a blood sacrifice, period, point blank. This was no accident. This was no, random occurrence, tragedy. You know what I'm saying? What have you. It was indeed a tragedy, but it was set up. Okay. It was orchestrated. It was organized. She was a sacrifice. I matter of factly knew this from the jump, but I wanted to go through the entire situation and just kind of break it down and go through everything. Okay. because I knew it was, even though I knew it was set up, it was a setup and it was a sacrifice. I wanted to see um, by whose hands exactly, directly connected to the situation. It's a lot of, even when you know something, it's a lot of other parts and pieces that connect to the main event of what happened in the situation. So, y'all, I kid you not, for months now, we're now in August, y'all. Okay. When I seen the guy's video, which I'm going to show you a clipping of, okay, um, it was like a year of like a year anniversary of her death then, okay, because she died in May 28th, I believe, of 2025. I think. No, so it has not been a year yet, okay, because we're still in 2025, okay? But when I seen this, it was like only a certain amount of months, like since it had happened or what have you. But anyway, we're gonna go through here because I want to make sure that I have the dates correct or what have you. Okay, and make sure it's not 2024 when it happened, but I believe it was 2025. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go through this situation. I am gonna show you the video clip. I found it very interesting because the guy that she's connected to, he's a very popular guy. He has um, a YouTube platform of his own that's very popular that maybe a lot of people know about and different things like that or what have you. And I knew something was fishy. Like he comes off real weird. And anyway, or what have you. But and he try to comes off like this good guy and helpful and different things like that, but like it is really exploitation a lot of what this person does. Okay, I'm gonna say allegedly, and he's real eerie, like real creepy, like, and I knew that there was some underlying, like he was I knew it was something. Okay, we were just going to say that until we get into the reading and everything and what have you with this guy, guys. Okay, and so many of you have probably heard of this platform. It's called Soft White Underbelly. Okay, is the name of the guy's platform. That man was the supposed alleged boyfriend of Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Okay, apparently before she died. Okay. Apparently, for a number of years, they were supposedly dating. Okay. The interesting thing is, if you've ever seen this channel, there's a lot of people, from homeless people to drug addicts to different, victims, all kinds of people, prostitutes, pimps, all kinds of people. Um, this man, which his name is Mark Laita, something like that, or what have you. He interviews on this channel. Okay, well, Kiara, her mother was on one of his episodes on one of the shows. Okay, um, and so I feel like he was grooming her from the moment he met her or whatever, because this is like who this guy is. This is the type of guy he is or whatever. So it's no coincidence that they hook up. I don't believe I believe he's hooked up with plenty of other guests that has been on his show before. You can believe that, okay? Um Allegedly, okay? Anyway, so I found it very interesting. And then all of a sudden this girl pops up dead, basically 3 years to the date of them supposedly dating. Okay. And a lot of people make a big deal about the fact that he's so much older than her, because he's like probably like what, like 2-3 times older than her, something like that, or what have you. And so when they started dating, I think she was like, I mean, I don't care about that, okay? Because she was grown, she was on her own, she was doing what she wanted to do. He's grown, yet, even though he is, some people like older people. I've dated older people when I was younger, so I don't see the big deal in that situation. A lot of people, like the clip that I'm going to show you, he really put an emphasis on that or what have you. Everybody has their own opinions, you know what I'm saying, about stuff like that. So that's not the deal for me. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If she likes older guys, if he like, what he like or whatever, it's whatever. Okay. But he does give predatory vibes, creepy vibes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Um, and different things or what have you. Anyway, So we're going to go through this. I'm not going to show this guy's entire video, okay? I'm going to tell you, you all can go and see the video yourself, okay? But I am going to play little, little clips of the video, because what I found interesting is I tried to go and choose Soft White Underbelly and thought maybe he had posted something. The Mark Laita, who has the Soft White Underbelly channel, thought maybe he had posted something about his girlfriends and different things like that. He had not. Okay, I couldn't find one single video, and he continued on even when she had passed. Okay, after she had passed, it was like business as usual. He continued, doing what he was doing. He was posting videos like every week, even the week of the month of when his alleged girlfriend died. Okay, and you're gonna see in this video, because he's interviewing with someone and talking about the situation. He's so fake. He comes off as so fake. There was no real emotion. There was no real tears. There was it was fake. You can clearly tell that he was involved in it. And then what pissed me off is he tried to flip it on her and make it seem like, oh, he's the good guy. She started doing drugs. But anytime somebody is dating somebody and they want to put everything, the blame off on them. Oh, they started doing drugs and different things like that. And why would they go to doing that when you got a good guy like me that's taking care of you and all of your needs? Like, bullshit, get the fuck up out of here. If she was getting high, you get high. Like where was she getting it from? You the sugar daddy, you the one with the money. You just said he was taking care of everything, her home, everything that she needed. Okay, he was tricking off on her. Okay, fucking her, using her, and some more goddamn shit. If she got on any damn drugs or what have you, he was supplying it. You can believe that, okay? Allegedly. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all look at this video clip. I'm not gonna share all of this man's content or what have you. But this is the guy here. This is Mark Laita. Okay, guys. He has the channel Soft White Underbelly. Okay, this was the alleged boyfriend of Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry at the time of her death. And just watch this situation. I'm gonna stop it and pause it in between it, because this is somebody else's content. This video is only probably like 15 minutes long or something like that. And like the other guys, he talks about some other things and has his own opinions and different things or what have you. I'm going to refer you all to his channel. That way you can go and view this video yourself on his channel, because the entirety of this video is his content or whatever. But I could not find any other anyone else that had basically covered this situation. Okay, and I tried going to the Soft White Underbelly's channel thinking that this interview that you're going to be watching him do with the person would be on his channel, but it wasn't. Okay, and I'm like, that's weird. Okay, like why would he not post something? Like, you have this huge popular platform that everybody watches. Why wouldn't you post that video, you talking about your girlfriend, remembering your girlfriend, how sad it was? Okay, because they're basically trying to make this seem like it was a suicide. He puts all the blame on her. Oh, she started doing drugs, and she committed suicide. Okay, this girl had a child. Okay, when this woman was found, and then she was found in a bathtub, guys. Okay, how many celebrities they claim died in a bathtub? It was a water bathtub ritual. Don't know full grown ass adults die in fucking bathtubs. You can't even submerge your entire body in a bathtub. Okay. And I'm pretty sure she had a regular damn tub in a regular damn apartment or wherever she lives. And he tries to come off like he's this good guy. Oh, I supported her and I bought her everything that she wanted. And I supported her career, and she wanted to sing and she wanted to do this and do that. And I was the good guy and I paid for everything. This woman was found by herself, dead in a bathtub. Okay. And her son was there. Her little son was left there with her dead body. The boyfriend shows up, act like he came by one day because she wasn't answering the phone, and he came back to check on her, and he asked her child answered the door, little bitty boy now. Okay. And you're going to know that he's lying because he goes back and forth from making it seem like that they live together to making it seem like they had two different separate apartments. He was just paying for that apartment, but he had a key to her apartment. And just so happened on the day that she died, because she wasn't answering the phone, he decided to pop by and check on her. And he asked her son, where's mommy? And then, he goes in the bathroom and she's in there dead in the bathtub. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's a lie. Okay. And the scene was staged and set up and all this other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And here this, popular Caucasian man with this money who's got ties to the industry. Okay. Because this is not just some, random internet famous type of person. Okay. Who has a popular YouTube channel. This man has ties to celebrities and the industry. Did I say government? I don't know why they slipped out, but he could have ties to the government. Okay. He is into commercial and fine arts photography. Okay. He has industry ties and industry connections and have worked with celebrities and have worked for major entertainment industry type, what I'm saying, businesses and connections and different things like that. Okay. He's definitely a sellout. Allegedly. Okay. This girl was a sacrifice for him, for his career. Okay. For him to make more money, for him, his business or whatever it is else that he got doing. She was a sacrifice. Period. How many African American people do we don't have to make it even a racing, but how many African American people have drowned in a bathtub that wasn't a child? Because a little bitty baby is about the only person that could drown in a tub. Okay. But how many Black people do have drowned in a bathtub? Okay. How many people in general of any race, besides celebrities, that have drowned in a fucking tub? Okay? Because that's what they're saying. Her wrist wasn't slit, no shit like that or whatever. They're claiming she was found in the bathtub deceased. Okay? And he wants to cover his own head. He was there at this crime scene. Okay? The one who called the police, there when the police got there and everything like that, but want to make it seem like, oh, he had just got there after he got off work or wherever he came from and stopped by and nobody was there but her son and her, and supposedly he can't claim that she had some family or friends over or something like that early in that day. He got worried because she wasn't answering the phone. Nobody was there though, but her and her child when he got there. Okay? So that means you was in the crime scene, you tampered with evidence, you likely staged the crime scene. And this entire video, he is blaming her. Oh, she was dealing with some stresses. She started doing drugs and different things like that, or what have you. Blaming it on her. She started doing drugs and she killed herself, right? But she was just saying how good she was doing. She wasn't having those problems before. She was doing her things, trying to, come up in the industry and some more shit like that. He claimed that he was helping her with that. He was paying all her bills. He was a fucking trick. Okay? He was a sugar daddy. He was using her for sex. He wooed her long enough so he can sacrifice her. He didn't bit more care about her. He didn't bit more love her. Anything. She was set up to be sacrificed. Allegedly. Remember, this is for your entertainment purposes only, guys. Okay. So, I'm going to share this with you all. This video is entitled "Soft White Underbelly Creator Finds Black Girlfriend Dead." Okay. You can visit the YouTube channel called Runaway Slave 2.0. Okay. That is the channel that this video is on. Okay, the person that you're looking at right now, this is Mark Laita. Okay, I am going to pause in between certain things or what have you, and I'm not going to play. You can see I've already skipped like 23 minutes of this person's content because it's their own private personal, what I'm saying, about their business and stuff like that or what have you. So y'all make sure that y'all go to Runaway Slave 2.0 and watch the entirety of this video. This video is only like 17 minutes and 6 seconds. Okay, so it's not very long at all. And I'm only going to show you the clips where Mark is like actually doing the interview and is talking about his girlfriend, Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, guys. And then we're going to get into the rest of this reading.
People, you all know that YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly. I'm pretty sure many do. This guy has millions of followers. The show is very interesting. I mean, some interesting guests come on the show. If you ever watch it, I'm sure many of you have. This show right here, or this YouTube channel, would have easily had been a TV show if we were still in that TV era. But, you know, it's not that era anymore. You have YouTube now, which is bigger. But this channel called Soft White Underbelly, the guy who runs this channel is a white American man by the name of Mark Laita, okay? Now, this guy, Mark, he started out as a commercial and fine arts photographer. So he's a photographer. He worked with major global brands, Apple, BMW, Mercedes, IBM, all of them. And he produced high-end advertising photography for these companies. Highly educated, Ivy League, Columbia, University of Illinois. I mean, top of the line education. So check, people, this guy, Mark here, he's 65 years of age, right? And while he, a few years ago, in his early 60s, I think about 63, he gets in a relationship with a young black woman who's 19 by the name of Kyara, okay? I believe he met her because Kyara's mother was a guest on his show. I don't know which guest she is, okay? So this guy right here, he's over 40 years older than this young lady. What do they have to talk about? I have no idea. I don't know what a 60-something-year-old white man has to talk about with a black girl who's 19, 20, 21, 22, from the hood, this Kyara, broken background, no parents, adopted, you know, no father, no mother, foster parents, all that traumatic hood stuff. You know what I mean? So he gets in a relationship with this girl. I know it's not illegal. It's just looking, a lot of people are getting creepo vibes from this, okay? Now, he's paying for her apartment, of course. She wants to be in entertainment or a singer. He's paying for her studio time. A few weeks ago, he goes over to the apartment that she lives in with her son named King. He said he went over there because she wasn't responding to the usual messages that they exchange in the morning. He goes in, he has the key, sees her in the tub underwater. She's gone, okay? She's gone underwater. Condolences to her family. So many people are saying, check him out, you know, see what's up with him. I can't debate that. I didn't brainstorm on it too hard as far as that's concerned, but I know on the surface, it does give some creepo vibes. Anytime you got a white man who's in his 60s, he's 40 years older than this girl, he's paying for everything. And then, you know, she dies. I mean, this guy, Mark, I notice he does give off the white man hero narrative. Like this young black woman has such a great life because she's got this new white boyfriend. I mean, it's kind of weird, people. It's kind of weird. I think that people like this guy, Mark here, are part of the problem with recruiting and pushing up on broken young black women or whatever. Of course, she has her own brain. She has to accept some responsibility for what she does, no doubt. You know what I mean? No doubt. But I don't know, people. Check him out. Listen to him, man. Listen to some of the stuff he was saying.
Something happened last week. This is going to be hard.
It is going to be hard.
Something happened last week that's so central to what I'm trying to show.
He is literally faking, guys, okay? It's no real emotion. He's stunting, he's running, like, you know, he's acting right now. He's trying to work up some, you know, these emotions. Oh, this is going to be so hard, okay? He's not crying for real. He's not upset for real.
And change about all of us that I think it's worth talking about. It's important. I've had a girlfriend for the last 2.5 years, a young lady named Kyara, who I met. She brought in.
Okay, so you see the dates here. Okay, so she was born August 15, 2020 or 2002, and she died on May 28th of 2025, guys. Okay.
Her mom for an interview. Her mom is a homeless addict, lives on the streets to this day, and we met.
Now, her mom is a homeless drug addict who lives on the streets. These are the type of people that he kind of interview on his show, like he, you know, people like that or what have you. He basically paid them to let him, you know, interview them and things like that or what have you. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, she was like, I think she was adopted. She like, okay, so this automatically ties her to the system. Okay, she was in the system. She probably spent time in foster care and some more shit like that or what have you before she was adopted and all these other kinds of things. Okay. Her real biological mother, though, was, you know, is homeless and on the streets and on drugs and different things like that. And, you know, she was on the show or what have you. And this is how he met Kyara through, you know, the interview that they had on the show. Okay.
And just kind of clicked and got along. And it was really, you know, she wasn't the kind of girl I thought I would ever be involved with romantically, but it turned into that very quickly. And it was really the most wonderful relationship. It was magical. We both used to say all the time, like, I can't believe this is happening. It's like both of us seem to love each other more
every day.
The relationship got stronger and better as it went on, and it was beautiful. It was just amazing. She used to say, I used to say, you know, I was much older than I am much older than she is, and I used to say, like, if you ever want to get rid of me because I'm too old, just let me know. And she goes, like, I would never do that. You're like irreplaceable. There's nobody like you. And
you see how he's playing that, you know, the hero vibe. Okay, you know, he boosts himself up throughout this entire interview and make it seem like, oh, she was just so thankful for him and he was her savior, and if it wasn't for him she would have nothing. There's no telling where she would be, and he has provided for her and taken care of her. He boosts himself up, but watch him flip it on her. Now in the beginning of this interview he makes it seem like, oh, you know, you just heard what he said. I never thought that I would, you know, be and you know, fall in love or be with somebody like her. What do you mean like her? Black? Is that what you mean? What do you mean like her? Because she's just a person. Okay? Everybody's just a person, regardless of what color we are. So what do you mean like her? What? Because if it's not black, what? Uneducated? Unsophisticated? Without a degree? What do you mean like her? What is like that? You know, that, you know, well, like he said, what does that mean? But he's basically talking about her fucking race and whatever else. Okay? But you hooked up with her anyway because why? She was vulnerable. She was lonely. She was without. You knew she basically didn't have anybody because she grew up in the fucking system and shit. You thought you could prey on her weaknesses because, you know, here she is. She's got a homeless drug addict parent on the street, grew up in the system, or she got adopted family or not. Obviously there was some type of stray away from them at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, here comes Mr. Hero.
And I felt the same way about her. It's like she was one of a kind, so fun and kind, and a sense of humor. They felt pain. They talked to her friends that she was with that night. She was doing, and she had been doing regularly for the last few.
Where you're hearing the blanks is you see how it just flips? He just totally flips. He go from talking about her, oh, I've been in a relationship with this girl for X, Y, and Z amount of time. Oh, it was great. I never, you know, see myself being with somebody like her or what have you. And, you know, making himself out to be, you know, the good guy, telling her, oh, if you ever get tired of me because I'm too old, just let me know, and all this other bullshit. When full damn well he was a sugar daddy. He was just tricked to her. He knew exactly what he's doing. You know why? Because there's a whole lot of prostitutes that come and show. You think he ain't been paying for pussy? Oh yeah, he been paying for pussy. Okay, and paying for their drugs and all this other kind of shit too, because there's a whole lot of fiends that comes on his goddamn show as well. Plenty of people that call this person out because it'd be a whole bunch of people, like all kinds of people come on there, but it's very, very young people that come on there. There's like people that's been like, kids is like 10, 11, 12, 13 years old as prostitutes on the streets that he interviews on the shows. It's like practically fucking naked on camera. And he just records them. It's exploitation. And he's doing it for the industry. And it's no real help. You're paying them to do the interview, but they go right back out there on the street. It's exploitation. You know why? Because after they do those shows, whoever the fuck is watching him that's up in power, he get them to tell what corners they be on, what areas they be working in some motion. And you think they're not going to get picked up? There's one mother-daughter little duo. The girl was a runaway. Her mom ended up putting her out, was a runaway. This girl was like, I'm going to say like 11 or something. When it first went on, the mama was on the show. The same chick that claimed that she was at the Diddy parties before and all this other kind of shit like that or whatever. We'll talk about her daughter like a dog. Her daughter was out on the street. She wouldn't let her come home. Her daughter and her mama both did interviews. I just recently seen them on there together. They basically hoeing together. I'm like, this shit is crazy. And it's like being glorified and, put down, like, it's a whole fucking spectacle. Okay, so this is what this dude do. If you think he ain't paying for pussy before and drugs for these folks before, you sadly fuck mistaken. But the whole point is, you hear how he totally switch up. He go from saying, "Oh, she was a nice girl, and I met her because her mom was on the streets and did an interview with her, and that's how I met her. And she was such a great person. We found ourselves being in love with each other." Wherever he goes, immediately to that day, talking about her death, talking about she had been partying with some family or some friends or whatever. She had been doing drugs for such and such amount of time. Those are the blanks that you hear in there, because the guy that's doing this video, I don't know if it's him kind of blinking things out or the interview that you're hearing. The Mark guy is interviewing with this woman, okay? Wherever that was posted at, but where you're hearing the blanks at in there is him talking about his girlfriend, the Kyara girl, how she was doing drugs all of a sudden. Now you just went from, oh, you was in love with her, she's a nice girl, all this other kind of stuff, or what have you, to now she's a drug addict, her damn self. Okay. Now remind you, young, vulnerable, impressionable little girl, obviously don't have no job. You're taking care of her. You're paying for her apartment. You're paying for everything. You're paying for everything that she needs, because he's going to gloat about that too. Okay. So any extra monies that she had, like, come on. You wasn't supplying this for her, allegedly? Listen.
A couple months, at least, a few months.
But you didn't know about
and
that.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know.
Bullshit, he didn't know. But let me ask y'all this real quick, guys, okay? How many of you would be in a relationship with somebody, whether it's a girlfriend or boyfriend, whether it's a husband or wife, whatever the title of the relationship, and that person just died? And you basically paint them in, like, you say all these negative things about them, instead of focusing on the time that you was with this person and how you loved this person and cared about this person, and then just say, yeah, it was such a tragic situation to lose them. I'm heartbroken by this. Why paint them? Oh yeah, they got on drugs, and I know they was on drugs and they have been doing it for a while. If you just said you didn't know, how you know they was doing it for the fuck a while? Because your ass get high too, because you was supplying that shit for and paying for it. Okay? That was the price of you getting that black pussy that you wanted, that you was grooming for a specific period of time.
No, she kept me out of the loop on that, and she hit it very well, and I didn't know. And this is a late night thing, because I go to bed so early. She's staying up later. She'd probably do.
Now listen to that. He says he go to bed so early. She goes to bed so late, implying that they live together. Now wait till he gets to the part when he talks about her death, how he then makes it seem like, oh, they don't live together. And the only reason why he showed up at her apartment that day is because she didn't answer the phone. He gonna make it seem like he has another apartment somewhere, lives somewhere else, and the apartment that she stays in, an apartment that he was paying for her. But right there, it implies that they live together, right?
I do every night. And Another thing that's important, so it looks like an overdose then, once you see that. But in her family, there are 3, I think they're all female, 3 women that died of myocarditis. Myocarditis is where the lining of your heart, and I think it enlarges and your heart stops. So 3 of her close relatives, passed away from myocarditis. One more young relative had a pacemaker put in. So myocarditis and mixed together, I was reading about it on the internet, is really just like it's a recipe to how to stop your heart. And my guess is that's probably what happened in this case. That's almost like a side detail, because she has a 3-year-old child. She has a great life, great future ahead of her, a great boyfriend that's supporting her in every way. There's no reason to pick up a cane.
Look, she has a great boyfriend. He's calling himself a great boyfriend in every way, taking care of all her needs. There was no need for her to get on drugs. I was taking care of her. I'm a great boyfriend to her. I'm doing everything for her. I'm just so great. Like, why would she want to start doing drugs? Like, really?
There's no reason to pick up any like that when your life is going smoothly. And I've been, of course, thinking about this nonstop since it happened, and not sleeping. It's hard. And
Soul crushing.
yeah, so soul crushing is the word. She was her usual self. Everything was perfect. I left, and I texted her when I went to bed. She texted me back right away. And then in the morning, I get up early. I text her and don't expect a reply right away, but like 8 o'clock goes by, 9 o'clock goes by, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I drive over. She lived nearby my studio, and I have a key to her place. I go open the door. Her 3-year-old son is there with a stinky diaper, and I go, "Where's mommy?" And he points to the bedroom, and I go into the bedroom. The bed is empty. And I go into the bathroom, and she's underwater, laying in the bathtub, curled up.
Now, how do you submerge a full-grown individual underwater? Okay, if for her upper body to be underwater, that means from the waist down, it would have been sticking up out of the tub. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to lay on your back flat and submerge your head underwater from your thigh area, from the waist up, like your legs will have to be like up out of the water. Okay? Because like, you know how you sit in the tub? Most people, when you sit in the tub, your lower half of your body is in the tub. The upper part of your body is sticking up out of the tub, right? Because you're sitting there and you're washing up. Now, if you was to lay back and your head is now submerged underwater, your bottom would have to scoop down towards where the drain of the tub is, okay, to submerge your upper body up out of the water, which means that would stick your lower body up out of the water for your upper body to go underwater. Okay, like, come on, bro. She was in a regular apartment with a regular fucking tub. The only way for an entire body to be submerged underwater, she would have to be like in one of them fancy ass homes with one of them big old whirlpool type tubs and shit that looks like a fucking jacuzzi or some shit, or you're not even one of them big, deep, jacuzzi whirlpool looking tubs or some shit. She's in a regular apartment with a regular fucking tub, just like every damn body else. Okay? She was put under fucking water because she didn't slip underwater her damn self. Okay, even if one wanted to say, even if she was in the tub, okay, and one wanted to say, oh my gosh, she died of an overdose. Guess what? That's possible. But she wouldn't have been submerged underwater. She would have been still sitting up, leaned back her back would be touching the back of the tub, still sitting up, head slumped over, passed out, maybe foaming out the mouth, out the nose, whatever, died from an overdose. Boom. Even if one said, even if she had to slice her wrist or some shit like that, she still would not have submerged under fucking water. She'd been sitting there, back up against the back of the tub, head slumped over, arms probably hanging off side of the tub, wrist slit. Okay? That's not what happened though. Okay? So even if you want to say, oh, she got on drugs, she had been doing drugs for a while, she did too much, she overdosed, whatever, even with what she was just saying, okay? Now, how you know all about her entire fucking family and you claim to only be named for her for about 2.5 fucking years, but you know about 3 other women in her damn family, okay, who have died or whatever the hell he calls that. Now, remind you, she's adopted, okay? She's not in connection probably with any of her real family besides the mother that's on the damn streets, okay? So who are you talking about? The 3 women in her family that died of whatever their heart disease is, because she ain't even no blood relation to the people that she adopted by. So any type of health complication they have, she wouldn't automatically the fuck have. So who's he talking about exactly? It's how you know he's lying. You got to listen to the words that come out of people's fucking mouth. Doesn't make sense. She's adopted. She grew up in a fucking system. It don't make sense. He's lying. But even if you want to say whatever he called it, some type of heart disease or something like that, stops a person's heart. Guess what? Sitting up in the tub, heart stopped. Guess what? She would have immediately slumped back, hit the back of the damn tub, head up against the wall, slumped over to the side or whatever, dead in the tub. She still would not have submerged under fucking water. Tori, what you have to understand is about water, just like a pool, for you to submerge under fucking water, there basically has to be more water. Like the weight of the water has to outweigh the body weight. Okay? There has to be enough water for you to float in. Either sink in or float in for one to go up under. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you went to go jump in a swimming pool, 6 foot, 12 foot swimming pool. If you went to go and jump in a lake, if you went to jump in a river, okay, and you wasn't doing anything to like actually swim, you would sink. Okay, why? Because the weight of the water. There's more water that weighs more than your human body. The water that you fill up in a bathtub, it's not going to outweigh a person's body weight. For you to slip down in there, the only person that it would do that with is a child. An infant to a toddler-sized child could submerge underwater like that. Otherwise, from a teen to adult age, you would need to scooch your bottom would have to slide down for your back and your head to submerge underwater, which means from your waist, your thighs, your knees, to your calves, to your feet. Your feet could still be sitting in the water or whatever, but the rest of your body, your lower body, will be sticking up out of the tub. Okay? Celebrities, the industry, they do these things all the time. Science and symbolism everywhere, okay? They do water rituals all the time. You see it in these celebrities' videos. I guarantee you, pick 5 of your favorite celebrities right now and go and find one of their videos, okay, where they're either in a bathtub or they're in like a lake or a river or something, and then they got their arms outstretched aside. It's a water ritual. It's done for a purpose. It's subliminal. And it ties to their mockery of Christ. Okay? That's the reason why they have the arms outstretched, the legs out like the letter T, like the cross. Okay? The water is subliminal. Why? Because remember the fish symbol is used for a symbol for Christ. Okay? Also Pisces. Pisces is also a water sign. Okay, so the industry do water rituals all the fucking time. This is the reason why they have sacrificed. It was just who was that? Malcolm Jamal something, the guy that was on the Cosby Show. He just died from a whole water fucking ritual not that long ago. He died like in the ocean though. Okay? They do it all the fucking time. Whitney Houston, submerged in a bathtub, died. Okay? I can name more that they claim died in a fucking bathtub. It is staged. It is set up. It is a ritual. A satanic fucking ritual. And if I sound too loud on here, guys, I'm really not yelling. I'm not raising my voice. For some reason on StreamYard, when you speak, like your voice is like so much louder, because I always hear it when I play my videos back, and it's be like, why do I sound like I'm screaming? But I'm really not, y'all. I'm literally using my inside voice. No bullshit. But to you all, it probably sounds like it's extremely the freak loud. Okay, we're gonna finish this. So, okay, but he's lying, and then her child was,
I'm just like,
real quick, and then the child was 3. Her son was 3. So this woman is laying up in here dead. The child is 3, just roaming around, okay? And then he even disrespects the child. Why was it necessary to say, oh, you got there and the child had on a stinky diaper? Implying that she was a bad fucking mother. She didn't even change her child's diaper before she went in the bathroom and got in the tub and was getting high in the tub. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying in a subliminal way paints her out to be a bad person. Oh, she had to start doing drugs. I didn't know anything about it. She wasn't answering my call. So when I came over, the 3-year-old was there. He's got a stinky diaper on. I asked him, where's your mama? And the baby said, in the room. Okay. I don't know how many 3-year-olds you know that speaks that fluently, that good. Okay. And what was this child doing the entire time while his mom was in there in the tub and dead? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I guarantee you when he got there, that woman was alive and just and fine. He fucking went in there and likely attacked her, killed her, and put her in there. It was staged. The crime scene is staged. You need to understand what he is saying. Nobody has any word except for his. You were at the crime scene. He is the one who called. He didn't get there and the authorities were already there, the ambulance, the police, or anything like that. He said he got there. He discovered her dead body. And then you called the police, and we're supposed to believe that you didn't stage the crime scene? That she wasn't alive when you got there? And that you didn't kill her? Stage the crime scene, put her in that time, set up a whole damn ritual, do a whole damn satanic fucking ritual in there with a goddamn body because she was a damn sacrifice, nigga. You would be if he didn't have ties to the motherfucking industry, he would be a prime suspect. You were come on, bro. Come on, bro. He was at the crime scene. And then what? He do away with the fact that your fingerprints is everywhere because, oh, I've lived here with her. I'm here so much, so often. She's my girlfriend. Bullshit. He should be a prime suspect. Period. I guarantee you, if the same situation happened with any one of you, your ass will be the prime suspect. The girlfriend, the boyfriend, the spouse, the lover is always the prime suspect. You was the last one around. You at the crime scene. You discovered the body, supposedly. They couldn't get any information out of a 3-year-old. How the fuck do you interrogate a 3-year-old? I mean, you could ask them some questions, but how, you know what I'm saying? Logical would it be? This was set up. This was set the fuck up. And he making it seem like, oh, she wasn't answering my call, so I came over. And the baby was just roaming around in a stinky diaper. I went to go look in the room. She wasn't in the room. I went in the bathroom. She's in the tub and she's dead. And how long was it exactly at that point in time that you wait to call the police? How long did it take you to stage the crime scene? Allegedly.
I just didn't know what to make of that. But I grabbed her and I tried to pull her out, and she was hard and cold. Lips were blue. And she'd obviously been in there for 10, 11, 12 hours. Something like that. Long enough to not be savable. And there was a joint on the side of the bathtub. She likes to smoke her weed. And I tried CPR, I called 911 immediately. They came right away. But nothing's going to happen. Nothing was going to happen. And
he's lying. He's lying. Time I try CPR, call 911, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. What does that mean? What do you mean nothing's going to happen? You couldn't resuscitate her? What does that mean? Nothing's going to happen. He was telling himself nothing is going to happen. He was trying to reassure himself that he wasn't going to get in trouble for her death. You see how he's trying to find his next words, what to say next. He's lying. He is responsible for this woman's death, allegedly. Remember, this is for your entertainment purposes only, but this shit ain't entertaining.
it was just like getting hit by a train. Like, this girl I loved just died. And there was no explanation of how or why. I can't make sense of it. And information is coming out. The detectives called me a couple of days later and said they found Jane. They talked to her friends that she was with that night. She was doing.
He said that the detectives called him. Now, why would the detectives be calling him and feeding him information? He said the detectives called him and said they found cocaine. He planted that shit there. He planted that shit on her to make it look like, oh, she was into drug use. He had no idea about it. He just showed up being the good little white boyfriend one day, and his black girlfriend was dead. And those of you who are in interracial relationships and your relationship is good and loving and that's fine. You can be in interracial relationships if you want to. Good and healthy ones if you want to. This one was not. And I'll be saying the same damn thing should something tragic happen to one of y'all in y'all's same situation, regardless of whether you in an interracial relationship the fuck or not. It wouldn't matter. He could have been a black sugar damn daddy. I would say the same damn thing.
And she had been doing it regularly for the last couple months, at least a few months.
But you didn't know about
that.
And
I didn't know about it very quickly.
Do you think?
And it was really the most wonderful relationship. It was.
Do y'all see how the interviewer keeps every time he mentions her drug use? The interviewer is the only time you hear her correct him, and you didn't know about that. Like basically telling him, keep saying that you didn't know about her drug use, okay? Because he don't want it seemed like he does drugs, but he does. He don't want to know that he has a sex addiction and likes young vulnerable women or prostitutes when he does. He don't want it to look like he had anything to do with her death when he did. He don't want it to be known that this woman was a sacrifice. He preyed upon her from the moment he met her when her mom came on the damn show. Okay? And and matter of factly, if he was that good of a damn boyfriend, where's her child right now? Did he step up, keep playing, step daddy to her child or anything like that? And I'm telling where that baby at. She was a sacrifice. I don't know how much money he got off of her damn death, the sacrifice of her, or what have you. Or what kind of incentives he got, a boost he got in his career or whatever from this shit, but she was a sacrifice, period, point blank.
It was magical. We both used to say all the time, like, I can't believe this is happening. It's like both of us seem to love each other more.
Every day.
The relationship got stronger and better as it went on, and it was beautiful. It was just amazing. She used to say, I used to say, I was much older than I am much older than she is, and I used to say, like, if you ever want to get rid of me because I'm too old, just let me know. And she goes, like, I would never do that. You're like irreplaceable. There's nobody like you. And I felt the same way about her. It's like she was one of a kind. So fun and kind, and her sense of humors were perfectly matched. It was like we just constantly made each other laugh. My job is hard. I do this all day, and some days are really difficult. Like I would just come home fried and just in a nasty sour mood, and I would walk in the door and sit down, and just within 3 minutes, everything was erased and just gone. It would evaporate just because of.
He just told you. He just told you the truth. He just told you the truth. When he got to her house, he's making it seem like he's talking about something else, but he's talking about her murder still, okay? You'll have to understand how which language goes and how subliminal messaging goes. He's telling you the truth in plain sight, but it makes it sound like he's talking about something else, but he's talking about her death. When he got there, he said when he got there, within 3 minutes, everything disappeared. He killed her within 3 minutes. Okay? He just told you. He literally just told you.
The way she treated me, the way we interacted, it was just really difficult. Like I would just come home fried. And
he would come home fried. Who says that? What does fried means? Most people that refer to being fried or something is like high. He making it seem like fried is like, oh, tired, worn out from a long day at work. You sit on your ass and interview people who are prostitutes, pimps, drug addicts, drug dealers, homeless people, or what have you. Oh, your job is really hard, okay? Because it's everybody that he's interviewing who's got the hard life, who out on the fucking streets. Your job is really hard. Interviewing people who are in unfortunate situations. So hard. So hard. People forget, I used to watch his channel a lot. There was a young girl that was on his channel, and she was strung out on drugs real bad, and she was homeless, okay? He got her set up with this suspicious ass woman who had some type of fucking program some goddamn way. The girl, they end up sending the girl to the program or whatever. She started getting sober and all this other kind of stuff. They had that girl under mind control, was doing all kinds of things to her. That girl ended up dying. She was a sacrifice. It's a whole bunch of controversial and shit around this fucking man. That was years ago. I forget that young lady's name, but she was a young girl. And she had nothing and nobody except for, I think, like her father or some shit like that. They paid him off. They did what they wanted to do with that damn girl. She ended up going to some fucking program, this weird old mind control ass fucking woman and shit. They had that girl in the mind control. And true enough, she was in the fucking program and different things like that. Seemed like she did. She sobered up, cleaned up, and she was kind of heavy set, had lost some weight. She was looking totally different now. She was when she was on the streets and different things like that. But the shit they was doing to that girl, she ended up dying. It was smooth covered up. Smooth covered up. But listen.
Just in a nasty sour mood. And I would walk in the door and sit down, and just within 3 minutes, everything was erased and just gone. It would evaporate.
Everything within 3 minutes of him walking in the door, everything was erased and just evaporated. He's trying to make it seem like, oh, she was so loving and it was such a great relationship that after he had a hard day at work and he would come home and she would just make him feel so much better once he got there and all this other kind of stuff. He is speaking of her death. He's not talking about that. He wants you to think he's talking about that. He's speaking in subliminals. He's speaking in code.
Just because of the way she treated me, the way we interacted, it was just magical. And it was the best Only 2.5 years.
It was him saying it was just magical. Okay. I'm telling, there was a ritual that was done. This guy is into some satanic, Masonic, demonic shit. Okay. There was a ritual that was performed that night. There was some type of witchcraft or something that was done that night. And he just told you within 3 minutes of the ritual that was done that night on her, with her, she was dead. This was a satanic, Masonic, demonic ritual that was done. She was murdered. Y'all have to be in the know to know. For some of y'all listening to this, it's like, that's a little far-fetched. I get it. If you're not awakened, if you're not aware, if you're not in the know, if you don't know these things or whatever, it is going to sound, like it don't add up, like it's not right. But I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm trying to tell you what I know. This was a whole ritual. There was a satanic ritual, like magic, that was done that night. And she was used in this ritual. And she died as a result of this ritual that was performed on her, with her.
Years, but probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
It didn't matter, this age difference. You guys were just best friends.
She was very mature for her age. She's in her 20s. She was very mature for her age.
Look at this picture, guys. Let me tell you something. Look through every picture that you got right now. I don't give a damn if it's with your family, if it's with your friends, if it's with your lovers. If you find any pictures with you and anybody, look at this picture. You see how only half of his face is in this picture? He's doing the one eye symbolism, bitch. If you got any pictures yourself with you and somebody like that, you and it'll be done in any type of way, okay? It might be your boyfriend hugging you from behind or on the side of you, giving you some sideways hug. Y'all take a picture together, but in the picture, you only see half of their face or you only see one eye showing. That motherfucker is a sellout. That motherfucker's into some demonic shit, belongs to some type of cult, covenant, secret society, is lining you up. I don't give a damn how they could be loving, they could be attentive, they could give you money, pay your bills, they can have good sex, good head. I don't give a fuck what that mouth do. That motherfucker is a sellout. You see how you see her whole face and you only see half of his face with the one eye symbolism, bitch. She was set up. She was a sacrifice.
I had a hard time believing she was in her 20s, more like 30s. She looked 30 something. And I am very young at heart for my age. So yes, on paper, it's a big age gap, but in reality, we were perfectly matched. Perfectly matched. It sounded weird on paper, but if you saw us together, you'd like that. There was nothing weird about it. She had a 3-year-old son. She has a 3-year-old son.
You see how he keep making emphasis to the 3s. 33, Master Mason number. He is a Mason. Okay? They were in a relationship for 3 years. The son is 3 years old. Okay? That 33 keeps coming up. 3 makes 6. Okay? I guarantee you, if I broke down the entire numerology of her death, 3s, 6s, and 9s would come up everywhere. Okay? It'll break down to 666. She was a sacrifice.
We would see each other every day, every night, have breakfast every other day, and then get together for the evening after.
Okay, now this is where he tried to disassociate himself with her. Now, this entire time, has it not sounded like they lived together? He said, I would go to bed early. She would go to bed late. I would come home from work. And she just made me feel like this, like that, blah, blah, blah. We had a good relationship. Here, now, he makes it seem like he lived somewhere totally different. She lived in one place. Remind you, he was paying for and taking care of. And he lived somewhere else. Okay? So we spoke every day. We would have breakfast with one another every other day, blah, 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 blah. He's now trying to separate himself from her. Oh, I didn't see her all the time. You know, I was over there some of the time. Okay? You best believe, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it don't matter who you are. If you're fortunate enough to have a white man with money that is taking care of you, paying all your bills, and some more shit, okay? It's like a fucking investment, bitch, okay? He gonna know where you at, what you doing, what you got going on. He is there with the fuck his investment, what he's investing in, okay? White man with money just don't be, not that type of money. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now this was just a white man that was trying to get trying to get some pussy or whatever. He just thought, have a bunch of money, have sex with her, and gone on about his business. That type of white man is into doing that or whatever. Or any man for that matter. There's likely a man that's already married, got a family, and some more shit like that or what have you. But a white man who is single, okay, who is claiming you as his girlfriend. Okay, he is paying for your entire apartment, all of your bills, taking care of you, taking care of your child, and some more shit too. You best believe he knows everything about his investment, what he has invested in, and what he got going on with that goddamn person. Okay, so he didn't just see her, talk to her, know some of the damn time. That's what I'm fucking telling you. And he doing all of that for her. Not at all. Not the fuck at all.
To work, and then we would be texting each other. She'd text me all these really sweet little love kind of messages throughout the day, and that was really sweet. I enjoyed all that silly little stuff. It was really something I never thought I'd like in a relationship. Very different kind of woman than I've ever.
Silly little stuff. Now he's calling her silly. Now he's trying to make it seem like, oh, she was really childish. She's sending me these silly little messages, and he's making it seem like, oh, it was loving, it was sweet. I like that old little silly little stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Who says that? Why not just say, we messaged each other back and forth. We told each other we loved each other frequently, and all this other kind of silly little stuff. It makes it seem it downgrades it. It makes it seem childish. It makes it seem ignorant. It makes it seem like it's beneath him. Here I am, this full grown man, older than, these silly little messages. But to the untrained ear, it sounds like, oh, he's just talking about his relationship with his girlfriend, and now he's talking about the messages that they would send each other. Why reference it as silly little messages? You know what I'm saying? You're basically he tried to, in one sense, try to make it seem like, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. She was very mature for her age and shit like that or whatever. But then you get to this part, and then you got certain things that you keep pointing out about her that make it seem like she was childish and immature. You have to listen to the words that come out of fucking people's mouth. A person don't have to come out their mouth and be like, oh, she was just a whore, I was tricking off on. A person ain't got to come out their mouth and be like, oh, she was, she was childish, she was silly, she was ignorant, she didn't have nothing going for herself. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have anything. She would still be struggling just as much as a mother. Any damn body, you know what I'm saying? You got to come out and directly say that. Okay, but some of y'all need that. Y'all need somebody to say that exactly for you to understand how fucked up the situation is.
Been with before, because I was always into these almost elusive, challenging, difficult people, and she was none of that. Just loving, kind, open, honest, sweet, just the greatest in every way. And last Wednesday, I texted her like I always do at night. I came by to see her just briefly because she had some friends over, but I came by to say hi. She was her usual self. Everything was perfect. I left, and I texted her when I went to bed. She texted me back right away. And then in the morning, I get up early. I text her and don't expect a reply right away, but like 8 o'clock goes by, 9 o'clock goes by, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I drive over. She lived nearby my studio. And I have a key to her place. I go open the door. Her 3-year-old son is there with a stinky diaper. And I go, where's mommy? And he points to the bedroom. And I go into the bedroom. The bed is empty. And I go into the bathroom.
Now, remind you what he just said, okay? He's seen her the night before. He claimed everything was fine. Okay? The next day, now leading up to this, he would make you believe that they lived together. Okay? And this is how you know control. This is how I just explained to you. Okay? Like he would keep an eye on his investment and knowing where she at and whatever. He made sure, he just said, her apartment's right by my studio. He was there all the fucking time. He knew all the comings and goings at her place that he was paying the fuck for. He was there all the goddamn time, and he had a key to the damn place. Okay? But now here he leads you to believe, oh, we didn't see each other every day. Her apartment, this is your girlfriend now, and her apartment is right by your studio, right? You just said that, right? He just said that he seen her the night before. And everything's fine. It was lovely, whatever. She had some friends over, so he left. Okay. Come the next day, he said how he got up early in the morning. He texted her. He wasn't expecting her to message him back right away that early in the morning. But 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock went by. The next day, we talk about it in the morning now. This woman was dead from the night before. Whatever happened to her happened to her the night before. You ain't tell me her son, her 3-year-old sat in there with her dead body over fucking night to noon the next day. Okay? This is what he's explaining right now. Because it's a whole nother day. He said he's seen her the night before. Oh, everything was fine. This is when he claimed she had some company up. Oh, everything was fine. She was her usual self. Blah, blah, blah. I went on and left. For the whole rest of the night. He didn't spend the night that night. Now, leading up to this, he would make you believe that they lived together. But he didn't say that night. He went to see her. He said she was fine. He left. Claimed she had some company over. This alibi ass shit here. You understand what I'm saying? He left. The next morning, you text her. She don't answer. All this time goes by. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever. Okay? Up to 12 o'clock. Okay? Them threes is in there. Okay? 1 and 2 make 3. Okay? By then, oh, you're worried this when he comes over. And, you know, all this shit. 3-year-old son in there, stinky diaper. Nobody else is there. Son points towards the room. He goes to the room. She's not in there. Goes to the bathroom. She's in the tub. Dead. Come on, bro. The woman was dead from the night before. And what type of person kills a single mother and leaves her 3-year-old the fuck there? Just roaming around. Just roaming around. Okay? Same person that killed her. Her child is the fuck familiar with. Okay? 3-year-olds or not, that child's familiar with. Just like he said, he had a key. You go over there any other time. You can come and go as you please. Any other fucking time. But don't it always be like that? When these people get sacrificed and set up to be sacrificed and they die and shit, they always conveniently the fuck alone, ain't they? You're there every other fucking night, though. You just sit up here and talked about, oh, how she made you feel so special at a hard day at work. You come home, she made you feel so special, feel so good. She was so great. It was so magical. And all this other kind of shit. But the night she died, you decide not to stay over, huh? And only that next day do you find out she dead and gone, submerged in a fucking bathtub. Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
And she's underwater laying in the bathtub, curled up. And I'm just like, what?
Okay, wait, what? Okay. I'm just time out. Pause. Take a break, everybody. Go in your tub and curl up right now. See, can your big ass, your big wrong ass curl up in your tub right now. The only way you can curl up in that motherfucker if you sitting on your behind, you got your knees up to your damn chest, and you got your arms wrapped around your goddamn legs. But just the only way you gonna curl up, because you ain't gonna be able to submerge yourself underwater and curled up in there. So you get in the tub and lay on your side and curl up and see how that works. She was in the tub curled up. Now, if it was water in the tub, because he says she's submerged underwater. What person, first of all, when a person dies, like the body is lax, it relaxes. You know what I'm saying? Those muscles are loose. Even if a person died curled up, they wouldn't still be fucking curled up once they're dead. Those muscles are relaxed. They would just be, however. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop playing. Really? You go in your tub and you curl up. Okay? Matter of fact, run you a full bath, okay? And get in your tub and curl up. And submerge yourself under fucking water. And just see how long, see how long you can sit there. See how long your body, just relax even. And see how long if your body can stay curled up in the fucking tub. Submerged in water. A regular bathtub now. See how that work out for you. See if it work out. I'm not telling you to go in there and get off yourself or nothing like that. Just do the experiment. And see how well would it work. With an adult-sized body. Curled up in a tub. Submerged underwater.
I just didn't know what to make of that. But I grabbed her and I tried to pull her out, and she was hard and cold. Lips were blue. And she'd obviously been in there for 10, 11, 12 hours. Something like that.
You see how he keeps bringing up the 12? Because it brings into focus to 3. Okay? Her son was in that apartment with his dead mother all that time. Okay? She had to have been there 10, 11, 12 hours. I'm telling you, she died the day before. She had to have died. For her to be dead and her body to be cold, she had to have died the day before. Okay? Remind you, he was there the day before. How cold would a motherfucker be to kill this woman and then just casually leave the house and leave her child in there? And he just roamed around, her 3-year-old child just roamed around in there with his dead mama all them hours by himself until the next day. Now he tells you that the next day it wasn't until around noon because he hadn't heard from her that he decided to go over there. Okay? He keeps bringing up, you know what I'm saying? That's what, man, he lying, bro. This girl was blood sacrifice. He's lying.
Like that. Long enough to not be savable. And there's a joint on the side of the bathtub. She likes to smoke her. And I tried CPR. I called 911 immediately. They came right away. But nothing's going to happen. Nothing was going to happen.
He said he tried CPR. Then he called 911. They came right away. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. This is what he was telling himself. Oh, nothing's going to happen to me. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to suspect me. I wasn't even here. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Who says that? Who thinks that? This man is a lie and the truth ain't the fuck in him. Allegedly. Okay? He ain't gonna be brought to justice or charged with her death. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure he got connections in the government, in the industry, amongst the Masons, celebrity connections, some more shit. So he covered in shit. But this was set up. This was set up. And this woman was murdered. She was a blood sacrifice. There was a whole ritual that was done with her and her body. And ain't no telling where her poor child is at. Who has her poor child? Now, our child is an orphan. Just like the orphan that she was. He groomed her and he tricked off on her long enough to make her feel like I'm all you got, I'm all you need, I'm your savior. Without me, you got nothing. And then when she least expected, sacrifice her. That's what's
And it was just like getting hit by a train. Like, this girl I loved just died. And there was no explanation of how or why. I can't make sense of it. And information is coming out. The detectives called me.
Okay, some of the same information is playing over again. Y'all can go watch the rest of this video, guys. Okay. As it relates to this young lady, guys. Okay. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, guys. Okay. That's what today's murder mystery is about. Okay. But there was a whole ritual that was done with her. This was a blood sacrifice. She was set up. Okay. She was groomed by a sugar daddy. Okay. And she was set up. She was sacrificed. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. Okay. And if you go back, this just happened this year. So if you go to Soft White Underbelly, okay, and go back to his videos, okay, during that, it was business as usual with him. Okay. Every day, every week, you know what I'm saying? There was videos that he was posting of all these other people. He don't have one video of him. You would think that he would have put himself in front of the camera and made a whole segment dedicated to his relationship with this loving, wonderful girlfriend. Okay. Because at the same time, while he's trying to make it seem like she was so loving and wonderful and all these other kind of things, which she probably was, he's making her out to be this drug addict. She was smoking weed. She was on cocaine. All this other shit. Okay. And at the same time, making it seem like, oh, I had no idea about that. I didn't know about that. And distancing himself as much as possible away from her. Okay. After telling you he's seen her every day, he talked to her every day, they spent all this quality time with one another. He's got a key to her place. Her apartment was right next to her studio. But just so happened on the day that she died, she was left alone. And you just didn't find out about it till the next day, huh? It's bullshit. Period, point blank. It's bullshit. Okay, guys. So we are going to get into the reading pertaining to the situation, guys. Okay, y'all remember to like, share, and subscribe and comment, because that is your free way of showing your support to help grow the channel, guys. Okay, so we're going to take a brief break and we're going to get into it. Okay, guys, so hopefully you all can kind of see what I got going on here. Oh, I have you, and I want to say this as well here. This man has so much like he's got connections, he's got influence, he has power and different things like that, or what have you. with him trying to, as much as possible, distance himself from certain situations when it comes to, as much, in one sense, as much as he tries to make it seem like, oh, they were so connected, they were so close, and it was so loving and so great and all of this. There in other areas, he really tried to distance himself from things that she had going on, like her getting high, him being there all the time. Like, you could tell in the certain parts where he don't want to be aligned with what she had going on is where you see him distance himself. But this man has so much influence. He has power. He's got money. He's got connections. If he did not, at his own hands, kill her, he damn sure had to pay somebody to do it. He had somebody to do it. Okay. He used his money, his privilege, his influence, his power to get somebody to do it. If he did not do it, you know what I'm saying, at his own hands. Okay. I don't know if can y'all see the pendulum here? I'm just gonna I normally write out the questions that I want to do in the spirit reading or what have you. But I'm gonna ask Spirit a couple questions, guys. Okay. I don't know if y'all can. This is so weird. Hold on. Maybe y'all can see better when I do it like that. Okay. Spirit, give me clear and accurate messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Okay. Archangels, guardian angels, divine spirit universe, I come in peace, I come in love, I come in light. Most High God, divine ancestors, Holy Spirit universe, please give me clear and accurate messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. I block, bind, and I rebuke any evil, wicked, demonic entities, deities, persons, places, or things that could be trying to hinder the truth or the clarity from coming out in this reading. Please block and remove any evil eye that is being directed towards you. May all negative energy be returned to its senders immediately. So mote it be. Okay. So guys, if you see the pendulum rock forwards and backwards like this, that's a yes. Okay. However, if you see it rock back and forth like this, that is a no. Okay. So I have a bunch of other messages that we have to go through as it relates to the situation. So I'm just gonna kind of ask Spirit some direct questions about some things just up top, just so we can see what's going on here. Spirit, is today August 24th, 2025 here on Earth? Is today August 24th, 2025 here on planet Earth? Hopefully you all can see that. That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Do I have a divine angelic being that is here with me answering these questions? Yes. Are you an are you an archangel that is assisting me with the spirit reading on today for Kyara Guidry? Yes. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, are you here with me? Kyara, are you here with me now? Yes. Okay, guys, so I have one of my archangels that is helping me, assisting me in the spirit reading, and the presence of Kyara is here as well. Spirit, can you please tell me, or Kyara, will you be kind enough to tell me if you were murdered? Did someone murder you, Kyara? Yes. So Kyara is saying that she was murdered, guys. Okay. This is for Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, who was born August 15th of 2022. believe that makes her a sun sign, a fire sign. That makes her her sun sign a fire sign, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Kyara, can you tell me if your boyfriend, Mark Laita, was involved in your death? Was your boyfriend, Mark Laita, involved in your death? Yes. Is Mark the person that hurt you? Is he the person who directly hurt you to cause your death? Did Mark Laita directly cause your death? Yes. Was there anyone else present at the time of your death, Kyara, besides yourself and your son? Was anyone else around when Mark Laita caused your death? No. You and your son were by yourself? Were you and your son by yourself at the time, Kyara? Thank you. Thank you. She's saying that it was only her and her son at home by herself at the time when, at the time of her death. Okay. She's also telling me that it was in fact Mark. Like she's saying, and I'm saying allegedly, guys. Okay, I have to say, for legal purposes, that is this for your entertainment purposes only. All the messages that I'm giving you is allegedly according to the information that I'm getting from my spirit guides, as well as the information that spiritually I am getting through a connection with the victim herself. Okay. Please use your own discernment, guys. Okay. But she's telling me at the time of her death, or right before her death, her and her child was home alone. It was just them. Okay. She told me that there was no one else that was there at the time. Okay. So it wasn't like you had any friends or on the day of your death, Kyara, did you have any friends over that day? Did you have any friends, family, or associates over on the day of your death? No. She's telling me no. She didn't have any company that day. You didn't have any other company that day? No friends, family, associates, or anything? It was just you and your son? Was it just you and your son at home all day? Yes. And Mark came over that day? Mark came over the day of your death? Was it in the daytime when he came over? Was it in the daytime when he visited your apartment? No. He came over that night, the night of your death? He came over that night? Yes. So she's telling me it was nighttime when Mark came over. He did not come over earlier in the day. Was it before 9 p.m.? Was it before 9 p.m., Kyara? Did Mark come over before 9 p.m.? No. Was it 10 p.m.? Was it 10 p.m.? No. Was it 11 p.m.? No. Was it midnight? Did he come to your place at midnight? He came to her place at midnight, 12. That's that 12 that you kept hearing. He came to her place at midnight. Yeah. So that's where that 12 was. That's where that 12 was coming from. Technically, so it was technically. Yeah. Can you please confirm? Was it 12 a.m.? It was nighttime outside, but was it 12 a.m. when he came to your home? Yes. That's the reason why he was saying that she had been dead for about 12 hours. Because if you remember in the video clip that we watched, he claimed that when he decided to go over there that next day, it was at noontime, from 12 to 12. So he was there at midnight, and which technically would make it a new day that morning. Okay, so it would have been 12 a.m. When he claimed that he went back over there, it would have been 12 p.m. noon. Okay, that's where that 12 hours is coming from. Okay, that 1 and 2 makes 3. Okay, 33. This happened at midnight. She was killed at midnight, and he claimed to come back over and find her body at 12 noon. Okay, 1 and 2 makes 3. Okay, from 12 to 12, that's 3, 3. Okay, yes. Kyara, did your son see Mark hurt you or harm you in any way? Did your son see what Mark did to you? Yes. Kyara, did you have an argument with Mark? Did you and Mark argue that night about something? Yes. Did it have anything to do with his relations or involvement with his other guests? Did it have anything to do with relations or involvement with other guests that's on his show? No. Did he suspect you to have involvement with someone else? Did he suspect you of having involvement with someone else? Was he jealous of you having involvement with someone else? Yes. Did you all argue about money at all? Did you argue about money at all? No. So the argument was solely about him suspecting you of seeing someone else? The argument was solely about him suspecting you of seeing someone else? Yes. Were you cheating on him or seeing anyone else? Kyara, can you confirm if you were cheating on Mark or seeing anyone else? No. He just suspected you of doing so and got upset. Yes. Was he very jealous, controlling, or possessive? Yes. Okay, thank you, Kyara. So they argued. He came over at midnight and they had an argument. He was very jealous. She told me he was very jealous. He was very possessive. He suspected her of seeing someone else, or what have you. But she's telling me that she was not cheating. She was not seeing anyone else, but he suspected her of doing so. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, can you please confirm, were there any type of ritualistic practices that were done? Was there anything ritualistic that was done that night to you? Was there anything ritualistic that was going on, satanic or anything like that? Yes. So something ritualistic did occur. Did this happen while you were still alive? Did this happen while you were alive? Did these ritualistic or satanic things happen to you while you were alive? Yes. So whatever ritualistic or satanic things that he was doing to her or with her, she was aware of it. It was while she was alive. It was before she was deceased or what have you. Spirit is saying. Kyara, did Mark live with you? Did you and Mark live together in the same apartment before you were deceased? Did you all live together? Yes. See what I'm saying? And this is how you know he was lying. That man was there. I'm telling y'all, there is no look. Let me. An older man, period. Okay, and anybody who is younger who date older people, what have you, especially if that person, like, if that person is single, like not dating anybody, is like a single, and is like solely like is claiming you as their girlfriend or what have you. And this person don't have any other attachments except for you or what have you. Not to say that the person may not be messing around with anybody else, but if this person is claiming you as their girlfriend, okay, and they're an older person, okay, and they got money like that, and they taking care of all your needs and different things like that, you best believe they're going to be they're going to be on it. They're going to be very possessive, very controlling, and what you're doing, where you're at, who you with, all this other kind of shit, okay, because they're taking care of you. You understand what I'm saying? And I guarantee you this man was like that, okay? According to what she is telling me, this man was like that. It was almost like, I'm paying for your apartment, I'm paying for your car, I'm paying your bills, I'm taking care of all your needs, your food, your hygiene products, you get your hair done, new clothes, I'm taking care of all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you being entitled to this person, or this person's feeling like they own you in some type of way. I guarantee you how this person was acting. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, were you doing any type of drugs? Did you have any problem with any drug use at all? Were there any type of drug use? Were you using any type of drugs at all? Cocaine? Did you even smoke marijuana? No, she's telling me no. She didn't have a drug problem. She was not on any drugs. I feel like he's using that as like some type of alibi of some kind, okay? Putting it off on her, making it seem like, oh, she started doing drugs and and all of this. Were you doing cocaine at all, Kyara? No judgment here. I just need to know the truth. So if you were, it's okay to tell me. Were you doing any drugs at all? No. She's telling me no. Did Mark plant the drugs at your house? Did Mark plant some type of drugs at your house to make it seem as if you were doing drugs or on drugs? Did Mark plant drugs at your house? Yes. He planted drugs on her, around her, to make it seem, to make his his claims, his accusations more plausible. Okay. So he planted cocaine in her house. He probably, he said the joint was on the side of the tub. He planted that there. Did you smoke marijuana at all, Kyara? Did you smoke marijuana? Do you smoke marijuana at all? No. Did you do cocaine at all? No. Did you pop pills at all for recreational use? No. Does Mark Laita get high? Does Mark Laita do any type of drugs at all? Yes. Yes. He does drugs. She does not. He planted the drugs on her for the authorities to find. Kyara, can you tell me, was the crime scene staged? Did Mark Laita stage the crime scene before he called police? Or did he stage the crime scene after killing you? Yes. Kyara, how did you die? Did he force you to take some type of drugs to kill you or something? Did he force you to take some type of drugs? Did he give you some type of drugs of some kind to kill you? No. Did he inject you with something? No. Did he strangle you? Did Mark strangle you? Yes. Did he strangle you or did he smother you? Did he smother you with a pillow or something like that? Or did he just put his hands around your neck? Did he? Sorry for the confusion. Okay, one question at a time. Did he smother you with a pillow? Did he smother you with a pillow, Kyara? No. Okay. But he strangled you with his hands? He strangled you with his hands? Yes. Did he hit you at all? Yes. So she's saying, thank you, Kyara. She's saying that he strangled her. Okay, he also hit her, like he physically assaulted her. But he did so with his hands. Okay. Did this happen in the bathroom? Did his assault against you, or excuse me, did his assault against you happen in the bathroom, Kyara? Yes. Were you already in the tub when he assaulted you? Were you already in the tub when he assaulted you? No. Did he place you in the tub after your death? Did he place you in the tub after he killed you? Yes. When was the satanic, when was the ritual done? Okay, or was him placing you in the tub, submerging you in water a part of the ritual? Was him placing you in the tub, in the water, a part of the ritual? Yes. Were there any type of ritualistic satanic things being done before that, prior to that? No. Okay. So was there any type of satanic chanting? Was he doing any chanting or conjuring of anything or speaking in a demonic tongue or anything like that? Yes. Did this occur after he put you in the tub? Was he doing these things after he put you in the tub? The chanting or the use of the demonic tongue? Yes. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so quick recap. She's telling me that she didn't do drugs. She didn't even smoke weed. She's saying she didn't do cocaine or anything like that. She says Mark is the one who has a problem with drug use or what have you. She is telling me that she didn't have any drugs in her system. He didn't force any drugs in her system or anything like that. She was killed by way of like asphyxiation, like strangulation. Okay, basically cut off her air supply. It did happen in the bathroom, she's telling me, but he put her in the tub after she wasn't already in the tub. She didn't die in the tub. He placed her in a tub, and he did some type of freaking magic, some type of ritualistic practice over her with her body, her dead body. Is what she's telling me. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Did Mark do you know if Mark had a history of messing with any of his guests on his show? Did he have a history of having sexual relations with any of the guests on his show? Yes. Was he paying for prostitution from these guests? Was he paying prostitutes for services? Yes. Okay. Were you aware of this before or while you were dating him? Were you aware of this while you were dating him? Yes. Okay. Was any of your family or your friends around on the day of your death? Was any of your family or friends around on the day of your death? No. Did any of your family or friends have anything directly to do with your death? Did they have anything directly to do with your death? Your family? Yes, but they was not there. No. So they were in on the setup for you to be sacrificed? Yeah, so it was planned for you to be sacrificed ahead of time. Yes. Did your family receive some type of money? Did Mark Laita pay your family some type of money for you to be sacrificed? Yes. Did he set you up to be sacrificed for his career or for him to get some type of money or incentives of some kind for doing so? Yes. Okay, thank you, Kyara. Have you crossed over yet? Have you reached the light? Have you crossed over yet, Kyara? Have you crossed over yet? Have you crossed over yet or reached the light? Yes. Is your son currently, is your son currently okay right now? Is your son with family? Can you feel the presence of your son? Are you able to see him in spirit? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Kyara. May your soul rest in peace. I hope this reading brings some type of closure to her, for her, guys. Okay. This woman was murdered. This woman was murdered and she was set up. I really kind of feel like, real quick, I want to ask Spirit something real quick and we're going to move on, guys. Spirit, was Mark Laita setting up Kyara all along? Did he always plan to use her, set her up as a sacrifice for his own benefit, for his own ill will? Yes. Did Mark Laita ever love her? Did Mark Laita ever love Kyara Guidry? Did Mark Laita ever love her? No. Did Mark treat Kyara like a prostitute? Did Mark treat Kyara like a prostitute? Yes. Was he disrespectful or abusive to her often? Was he disrespectful or abusive to her often? Yes. Was that their arrangement? That she have sex with him and he pay for things for her, give her money or take care of her financially? Was that the arrangement that they had? Yes. So they actually wasn't dating. Were they actually, in a serious committed relationship with one another? Did they actually have a serious committed relationship with one another? No. So, and for him to take care of her financially, she had to have sex with him. Is that what the arrangement was? For him to take care of her financially, she had to have sex with him? Yes. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit is saying that, like, I feel like they dealt with each other frequently, or like maybe on a regular basis or something like that, or whenever they decided, to do their thing or what have you. But it seems like it wasn't. It seems like, oh, this was my girlfriend. We were dating for X, Y, and Z amount of years and different things like that, or what have you. But it seems like that the relationship was really like, tit for tat, this for that, quid pro quo. Okay, like he took care of her financially as long as she was having sex with him. But it seems like he's very possessive and very controlling. Like he didn't want her dealing with anybody else or having sex with anybody else, or to have a life outside of him, type of thing, guys. Okay, so honey. That's what's going on here, guys. Okay. I'm seeing here the whole family is in on it. Okay. What family she has, I don't know if this is real family, her adopted family, or what have you, but she was a sacrifice, guys. Okay. So she's telling me that nobody else was there on the day that she died. It was just her and her son that was there. And Mark came over around midnight. She said she didn't have any other company. Okay. But Spirit is telling, or she's telling me, as well as Spirit, that other people know that she was a sacrifice. Okay. Like he's paid, other persons off. I'm seeing hypocrites here. So we got the whole family is in on it. Hypocrites. Something is terribly wrong. Fire sign energy. Toxic family members. Revenge. Trauma forced upon you. Illegal harassment. These clowns way too cocky. Sugar daddy. Mental conflict. Snapped. Burdens caused by others. They never loved you anyway. Mr. Charming. Sex addiction. Okay, guys. So, Spirit is telling me that the family is in on it, guys. Okay, like whatever family she has, even though she was adopted, she grew up, with having a harsh life and going through the things that she was going through, being without a mother, or having a mother that was on the streets and addicted, and having the issues that she had, or what have you. I believe she was eventually adopted by someone here. I'm not sure how that goes, where she was taken in and adopted by other family members or by other persons. Okay, but she, with the whole family in on it, whoever it is that she considers family, calls family, these persons are in on her being sacrificed. Okay, Spirit is saying these individuals are hypocrites. Okay, something was terribly wrong with this situation. Okay, as it relates to this fire sign, I do believe that she is a fire sign. I'm not really sure Mark's birthday or what zodiac sign He is. He could be a water sign though, because I did see water sign and fire sign couple or what have you. But maybe not. I'm not really sure about his birth. Okay. Let's see. August 15th zodiac sign is a Leo. Okay. So she was in fact a fire sign here. Okay. Spirit is saying the whole family is in on it. They're hypocrites. Something is terribly wrong with this situation as it relates to, and then we have this fire sign energy here. Okay. So we know that she's a fire sign. Let me see if I can pull up any information pertaining to this man here. Okay. And like I said, the information that I'm giving you all is in court according to the information that has been given to me by my spirit guides. Okay. And I was able to make a connection with Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, okay, who clarified some things for me. Okay. Let's see what comes up. Looks like other people have searched this, okay? Because searching here online, I'm seeing here. I just put his name in here, and down here you can see other things that people have searched here. Mark Latta, girlfriend, Kyara. Let's see what comes up here. Wow, look at this here. How childhood trauma destroys us. Soft White Underbelly from Mark Latta shares the story of his girlfriend's passing last week. Okay, so this could be, let me see here. This is on YouTube. Maybe this is the original interview. Okay, hold on just a minute, guys.
Your partner, your coworkers, or your boss.
Soft White Underbelly is about giving people a space. But probably one of the best.
Okay, this looks like this is the original interview. And so somebody is, this is where the original interview where he's talking about this, okay? So y'all go and watch this, okay? It's actually entitled How Childhood Trauma Destroys Us, okay? So I was mistaken, okay? Because obviously this video is on his channel. This is on the Soft White Underbelly channel here, okay? It's entitled How Childhood Trauma Destroys Us. He posted this 2 months ago, okay? Which is interesting. It wasn't on here. It was not on here. Remember I told you, let me see, May, June, July, August. This is August, right? He posted this. He put this up after her death. The guy, let me see. When was this? Let me go and look at this real quick because he thinks he's slick, y'all. This was not on here when I looked before. When I seen this guy's video, let's see. When I seen this video, I don't think he had that posted, okay? Or what have you. But anyway, because he only posted this video. This is saying he posted this like 2 months ago, okay? But anyway, guys, okay? So if y'all can see this, it's called How Childhood Trauma Destroys Us. That the entire video clip that you heard, you can actually see his reactions and different things like this as he's explaining this or whatever. Go to Soft White Underbelly YouTube channel, guys, okay? But nevertheless, guys, and there's a woman that's there that's interviewing him, asking him the questions or what have you. But it's interesting that he would name this because he's trying to blame this on her childhood trauma destroying her. You know, this is why she got on drugs when she's got this nice white boyfriend, you know, older white boyfriend with money taking care of her and all of her needs and her life going so good. And why would she want to do this or what have you? This is you know, this is his what he is, you know, his alibi. What he is saying happened. Okay, her childhood trauma did not destroy her. Okay, is not the cause of her death. Not to say that her childhood trauma was like she was not affected by her childhood trauma. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, but that's not what the cause of her death was. Okay, this woman, wasn't suffering because of her childhood trauma, and she was just so distraught and so down. She got on drugs. Drugs took over her. She took too much one day. She OD'd while she was in the bathtub, and sad, tragic life for poor Kyara. That's not what happened to this lady. He's lying and he's covering up his own ass, and he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. I'm not sure what his zodiac sign is. Let me see before we move forward. So it doesn't look like Mark. Let me see. There's a lot of things on here about him. But I'm not seeing. Let me see. Okay, so he was born. Date of birth is February 1st, 1960. So he would be an air sign? Would that make him an Aquarius? Because March is February 20th through March 20th. Okay. Date of birth, 1 February 1960. So February 1st, 1960. Age 63 years old as of that was 2023. It's 2025 now, so he's like 65 years old now. Okay, yeah, zodiac sign Aquarius. He's an Aquarius. That's what I thought. Okay, so he is an Aquarius. Okay, so it's interesting that this came up because the Aquarius is actually considered the water barrier. Okay, if you've ever seen how each zodiac sign has symbols or what have you, the Aquarius is holding this picture or what have you, and it's pouring out this water. They're called the water barrier. Okay, so it's like the Aquarius holds water basically or what have you. So this just happened to but with his birthday there, he's very close to Pisces, so he has water heavily aspected in this chart. Could be the reason why I've seen that card here, but he's an Aquarius, she's a Leo. Okay, fire sign, air sign couple. Okay, so Spirit is saying the whole family is in on it. They're hypocrites. There's something that is terribly wrong. Okay, as it relates to this situation. We know that this fire energy is Kyara herself here. She has toxic family members as well here. Okay, there was definitely a lot of dark energy as it relates to this situation. Spirit is saying. Okay, and somebody wanted revenge on Kyara here. Okay, and because of this, there was trauma that was forced upon her. Okay. I feel like there's toxic family members who's in on this revenge here. This is the reason why they're in on this setup to sacrifice her, but they wasn't directly involved in her death here. Okay, they're in some type of fictitious type of deal or something with Mark Latta. Okay, like they got some type of payment of some kind here. Okay, there was trauma that was forced upon her. Okay, she was also dealing with illegal harassment, which means she likely was being targeted. She was targeted. Okay, which is likely the reason why they used Mark to woo her, groom her, seduce her. Okay, give her money. Okay. Poor little Black girl who comes from, tragic upbringings, single mother by herself, struggling, you know what I'm saying, and send this person in. He was a whole decoy. He was an op. Okay. He's tied to the industry, to the satanic powers that be. Okay. Spirit is saying these clowns is way too cocky here. Okay. So we know that Mark Latta is her sugar daddy. Okay. He caused her a lot of mental conflict, like stress, worry, depression, anxiety. She has sleepless nights because of this man here. Okay. With Snapped being here, he snapped. You ever seen that show called Snapped, when people just snap all of a sudden and they end up, committing murder or something like that, or what have you? He snapped here. Okay. There was a lot of burdens that was placed on Kyara caused by others. Okay, there was burdens that was placed on her because of toxic family members, whether you know, um, biological or adopted family members. Okay, but Spirit is saying with here, they never loved you anyway. This is sitting right up under the sugar daddy. Their sugar daddy never, like, he didn't love her. It don't even seem like the family loved her. Okay, they all seemed like some hustlers, and they was all uh, uh, in a situation for money, all out to get some type of money. Okay, and here comes Mr. Charming, sugar daddy. Mr. Charming. Okay, the sugar daddy who's got a sex addiction. He used her for sex. She needed money. He used her for sex. Okay. He was in cahoots with her corrupt ass family, toxic ass family, who likely has addictions and bad habits and toxicities. And that's what he understands. That's what he knows. That's what he likes. That's what he's familiar with. This is what his show is based all around. He used this woman, preyed upon her vulnerabilities, and act like he was the savior of the day. And she was ultimately a sacrifice. He dated her just long enough, 3 years. And he keeps on bringing up the three. The son was three, the three. He's 3 years old. Kept on bringing up the 12, the 12, the 12, the 12, which also breaks down to a 3. Okay? She was a sacrifice. Okay? She was dealing with illegal harassment. This man snaps, okay, because of his sex addiction of some kind. I want to know, Kyara, did Mark Laita force himself on you sexually the night of your death? Did Mark Laita force himself on you sexually on the day of your death? No. You all just had the argument. He hit you, and then he strangled you. Is that what happened? Yes. Plain and simple. Okay? So let's get into these other messages, guys. Okay? So we have here dark ritual. I told you there was some type of dark ritual that was performed over her on her body. Rituals involving blood or sacrifice can summon dark forces. Okay? There was some type of, he summoned some type of dark force that night. He did some type of magic, some type of dark ritual with her. Sinister smile. Mark Laita has this sinister smile, a malevolent smile. Okay? Can be a sign of a twisted sense of humor or impending harm. Okay? He had a twisted smile on his face on the day that Kyara died, on the day that this happened here. The blood moon here. It may have been a blood moon that night. There could have been some type of moon magic going on, okay? But this is the appearance of a red moon, okay? It can herald catastrophic events or the awakening of dormant evils here, okay? So it may have been a blood moon on the night that he died here, okay? Or some type of blood moon ritual, blood magic, blood sacrifice. She was a blood sacrifice, y'all. The phantom touch, the feelings of being touched, grabbed, okay, by a force can indicate hauntings or an attack. He attacked her. It's like he snapped, almost like he was under maybe some type of demonic possession himself. Okay, but she was a sacrifice. The dark secret here. Secrets buried deep within a family or location can lead to hauntings or curses here, okay? There's some type of deep underlying secret here, okay? Within her family or a particular location like his studio, which led to this situation, guys. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the unholy alliance. Okay, this was an unholy alliance that she had with Mark here. Unnatural partnerships, okay, between humans can lead to disaster or possession. He was under demonic possession, and that's what caused this disastrous situation here. Okay, so this was an unnatural partnership. That house, whatever house she died in, is now haunted. the haunted house. Okay, I'm also seeing the haunted woods here. So that house that she died in, as well as if there is a wooded area around it, grassy area, very, heavily tree area, it's haunted. Okay, we have here the enigmatic mastermind here. A brilliant but elusive figure orchestrates criminal activities with exceptional skills. Okay, he set this up. This was staged. This was set up. Okay, he sees himself as being brilliant. He's a brilliant but elusive figure. He orchestrated this criminal activity with exceptional skill, and seems like was not even questioned, or like it was not even like, what I'm saying? It seems like he was not even a suspect. Seems like he was not even questioned. Seems like he was not even assumed, believed to be a part of what went on here. Okay, the Phantom's gambit here. A mastermind orchestrate a series of events using manipulation and deception to achieve their goals. Okay, Spirit called him brilliant, but an elusive figure. Spirit called Mark a mastermind who orchestrated this all, the whole series of events using manipulation and deception to pull this off. Dark secrets unveiled here. So hidden truths about a criminal network are exposed, revealing their illegal activities. Okay. Kyara could have found out about, some type of hidden truths about his criminal network. Okay. And his illegal activities that he was involved in. Okay. Which also could have led, or these dark secrets could have to be tied to this blood sacrifice energy here. Okay. Because this person is holding a huge pile of money here. He got a large lump sum of money for somebody by sacrificing her. And he gave her family, some little chump change. You know what I'm saying? Because they likely hustlers willing to do anything for money anyway, allegedly. The false security here. So she had false security, false faith, false hope, false belief in this person. A created sense of safety lures individuals into a trap, leading to criminal exploitation. Okay? She felt safe with him, and he lured her into a trap and exploited her. The silent witness here, okay? Spirit is saying crucial evidence was overlooked, okay, that holds the key to solving a major crime here. The dark secret here. I told you that scene, that crime scene was staged, was set up. Okay? Evidence was tampered with. Spirit is saying we got the obscured path at the bottom of the deck. Evidence is deliberately altered or hidden, complicating the trace of criminal actions. I told you. That is what's going on here, guys. Okay. Bottom of the crime deck here, victim engaged in unusual behavior prior to the crime here. So we have here dating history, or killer knew the victim here. Okay. So we know that she was dating Mark. They had some type of connection, sexual connection, relations with one another. Okay. Money may be involved here. So like I told you, he paid people off. Like there are other people, like with the whole family being in on it and toxic family members, these people knew that Mark was playing her, setting her up, that she was going to be sacrificed eventually. And money, people were paid off. Lies, deceptions, and a potential cover-up. So what really happened to her was covered up, was concealed, Spirit is saying. Killer has a history of committing crimes. So Mark Laita, okay, has a history of committing crimes, guys, okay? Allegedly, according to the information that I'm getting in this reading here, okay? Look at this. Killer had an argument or disagreement with the victim, okay? I told you. Here it says that there was some type of argument between them, okay? Victim had a history with the killer. We know that she was sexually involved with him. Victim or victim's family was familiar with the killer. I told you, even her family knows him. I told you, he met her from her biological mother who's homeless and on the streets and a drug addict coming to the show. Cell phone records may provide important clues. Remember all those calls and texts and different things like that he claimed he made to her? Cell phone records may provide important clues. Okay? Perpetrator has behavior patterns of a serial killer. This man has likely killed before or committed some type of crimes before. Okay? Killer profile indicates narcissist or sociopath. Okay, Mark Laita is a narcissist and he is a sociopath, allegedly. Spirit is saying. Okay, see, this is the reason why I'm telling y'all I've been being delayed for the longest, for months on this. I had this information months ago. This crime may be solved by DNA testing or other scientific methods, but look, there was contamination of the DNA evidence that may be influencing this case. This is the reason why her death was ruled as like a suicide, either a suicide or an overdose. This woman don't even have drugs in her system. According to what she's telling me, she don't do drugs. She didn't do any drugs. It would be easy enough to check to see if she had drugs in her system and how much of it. Okay. So what's the overall energy? What's the overall energy? Additional evidence is at the scene of the crime may be discovered here, but the scene of the crime was tampered with. Everything was tampered with. But if a real investigation actually went on, they could have found DNA, trace DNA. They could have found evidence and all other kinds of things. But they took this man's word for it. When any one of us had we been in the situation, we would have been the prime fucking suspect. Let you be at home with your children right now, with your lover right now, with your friend right now, with an associate, a confidant right now. And they wind up dead in a bathtub, submerged underwater, and you there with them. You're the one that called the police and had them to come and some more shit. This person cold as ice. They've been dead for a while. Nobody else know of anybody else being here. You will be the prime fucking suspect. They are going to interrogate the hell out of you. You're the main lead in the fucking case. I guarantee you. But because this is a man with money, with connections, with ties to the industry, with ties to some type of cult, carbon secret society ass shit, this was buried. This was covered up as to what really happened to her. Because after all, she's only a young black girl, single mother, not very much educated, grew up in the system, got toxic, wretched family, and different things. Ain't nobody gonna miss her like that, huh? She didn't have anybody anyway, huh? Nothing but this good white man that came in and took care of her and provided for her, was everything that she needed, was the best boyfriend alive. But not for very long, because she wound up dead. On your watch. And you so possessive and so controlling that you was there every day, except for the day that she died, supposedly. But you did claim to be there. You just want us to believe that you left and went and stayed the night somewhere the fuck else and came back that next day when, you know, she wasn't answering the phone. It's because you killed her the night before. Allegedly. Yep. Yep. That's what's going on here, though, y'all. Okay. Spirit, give me clear and accurate messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Give me clear and accurate messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Look, I'm seeing assassination, accomplices, partners in crime. I'm also seeing drugs and poison here. Spirit, was Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry drugged? Was there any drugs in Kyara's system, Spirit? Was there any drugs in Kyara's system? Did Kyara do any drugs at all, Spirit? Spirit, even Spirit is saying no. She told me no, but I just clarified it again. And Spirit is telling me no. There was drugs that was planted on her, God. Okay? And that's how, it seems like that's how they have marked this case. Look, accomplice partner in crime. Drug/poison, assassination. So it looks like the accomplices, the partners in crime, they're the one which would be Mark because, you know, Spirit is telling me that Mark was the one who did this, was the one on drugs. Okay? This is an assassination, though. And there's lies, deceptions, and a cover-up of this situation. Spirit, give me clear and accurate messages about Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Look at this. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a low down dirty bitch? Look at this. Suicide. Look at this. Don't look like this person in the bathroom. This showed this person with their wrist slit, but they're trying to make it seem like this was a suicide due to drug overdose. But it was assassination. How do you have assassination being suicide? Look, revenge. Somebody wanted revenge on her. Spirit, any other messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry? What are the messages? She was trapped, stuck, restricted, like in prison, captive, hostage. It was like controlling her. Look, cult, family. She's got family that is a part of some type, is a part of this, they like sellout. They're a part of some type of satanic cult of some kind. This girl, Kyara was offered up as a sacrifice. Look, man-made disaster. Okay? Spirit, clarify. Give me clear and accurate messages for Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, please. Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. He's very egotistical as well. I'm seeing egotism here. Egotism. Got female here. I'm seeing secret here. She was assassinated. Why is this revenge here? Her death was due to revenge for some reason. But she's saying she wasn't cheating on you. She wasn't seeing anyone else. Look, Mind control. She was under mind control as well. Somebody was using mind control tactics on her. She was under mind control. Greed. Okay, so other people involved with this, these some greedy, materialistic ass bastards who only wanted money. Look, abuse, neglect. She was being abused. She was abused and neglected, Spirit is saying. Look, what I tell you, strangulation. She was strangled. This woman was strangled to death. She did not commit suicide from no damn drugs. The person who killed her is on the drugs. The person who killed her, abused her, and neglected her, assassinated her. Look, jealousy, partner, spouse partner at the bottom of the deck. This was due to jealousy. Her partner was jealous, and so he killed her. He was using her and abusing her any damn way. But he was possessive and controlling and shit. He sacrificed her. This is seriously sad. This is seriously sad. Spirit, any other messages I need to share with the collective as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry? Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. So I'm seeing in their feels here. So somebody is in their feelings, insecure. Yeah, this person who's on these drugs that caused this man-made disaster are insecure. I feel like this obviously is Mark, who's insecure in their feelings. Okay? Spirit, what else is going on here? I told you, look, doing drugs. But the person who assassinated her is the one who was doing drugs. She was not on drugs. Knowing they fucked up. This person, I guarantee you, he was high out of his damn mind and got in a jealous rage and snapped. Knowing they fucked up. I'm seeing caught, finding evidence, getting caught cheating. She said she wasn't cheating though. But he felt like he caught her. This wants to come out on revenge and death here. But I don't give a damn if he thought she was seeing some damn body else or not. That doesn't give you the right to kill some damn body. In their feelings, insecure, doing drugs, knowing they fucked up, caught cheating. He was the one that was cheating. Look, envy is at the bottom of the deck. He was the one that was cheating. Okay? Spirit, please give me clear and accurate messages as it relates to Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry. Was Kyara cheating on Mark Laita? Was she seeing anyone else? Was Kyara cheating on Mark Laita? Was she cheating on him? Did he catch her cheating? Did Mark catch Kyara cheating on him? Was Mark cheating on Kyara? Was Mark cheating on Kyara? Yes, he was the one that was cheating. Did she find out that he had cheated on her? Yes. Was it with one of his guests? Was it with a prostitute or somebody else who was paying for sex? Yes. Is this what their argument was about? Yes. He was the one that was cheating. Then he want to try to flip it on her. Like she was the one that was cheating. Okay? This is what they were fighting about. Spirit is saying. Okay? And he snapped. He was the one that was doing drugs. He was the one enraged, and decided to kill her, cause her death. She could have caught him cheating. Okay? Look, lovers here. Okay? We know that Mark was her lover. Okay? I'm seeing the Four of Cups here. It's like he made her some type of small offer, proposition, or proposal here, okay? But it had her in mental conflict, stressed, worried, depressed, anxiety. It's almost like she was being haunted or taunted in some type of way, okay? By accepting whatever small offer, proposition, or proposal that Mark offered her, for them to be in relations with one another, with the moon being here. There was a lot of, you know what I'm saying? The moon is about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark, cover ups, and different things like that, or what have you. A lot of secret, hidden aspects to their relationship and what was going on behind closed doors here. And it had Kyara in sadness, loss, disappointment, and regret for even getting involved with him. Okay? Yeah. Because Mark is a high priest. He's a dark priest, though. He's into the occult, the dark arts, okay? And this caused a lot of burdens and hardships and problematic situations and stress and overwhelm for Kyara. Queen of Wands here. She was in mental conflict. She was burdened by the situation with him, okay? Eight of Coins here. The Eight of Coins is like the money one makes from the work that they do. So he was working her in some type of way. He was paying her. For work, there's something either yeah, because his Eight of Coins is coming out on the moon here. There's something secret, hidden, covered up, criminal about his work, either his work or what type of work he was doing or had her doing, or something like that. Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, competition, retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge. Okay? Seven of Swords here. Mark is a liar, a cheater, a manipulator, a con artist. He's deceptive. He's wearing a mask. He's cloaking himself, concealing himself, hiding who he truly is and what he's really about. Look, eerily, that kind of looks like him, doesn't it? This is Seven of Swords. The liar, cheater, thief, the manipulator, the con artist that's sneaking and creeping around, trying to get away with something. The coward who do things under false pretenses. Okay? Who has hidden motives. Okay, a person who only cares about their own self-interest. Okay, yeah, and this is the reason why he ultimately betrayed her. He stabbed Kyara in the back, not literally, but the Ten of Swords speak of being backstabbed, betrayed. It speaks of sabotage, disloyalty, hate crimes, cruel, brutal type of energy. It speaks of a dead end, failure, breakdowns, breakups, and so forth. Here, this Ten of Swords is clarifying the Ten of Wands. Okay, with the Four of Cups here. So this small as offer, proposition, or proposal that she was getting, whatever she was getting from Mark, she was unsatisfied with, unhappy with. It was causing her a lot of burdens and hardships, and it led to ultimate betrayal, Spirit is saying. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands speaks of swift, fast communication, messages, news, or information here, okay? So she was in mental conflict. She was stressed. She was worried. She was depressed. She was receiving he sent her some type of messages of some kind. There's something about some type of messages. Okay? I'm also seeing the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles is a large windfall of money, a large amount of money. If Kyara went off on her own, like if she was doing her own thing and had got a job or had made connections with other people, because he made mention of her being interested in being into entertainment or music or something like that, or what have you, he could have gotten jealous by some type of opportunity she was getting from other people, or her making, working or making money in some other type of way, because he's a very possessive, controlling individual here. Yeah. I'm seeing the Three of Cups here. So the Three of Cups speaks of reunions, gatherings, get-togethers, socializing, celebration, different things like that, or what have you here. So this sadness, loss, disappointment, and regret, which led to some type of jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, or competition, retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge, could have had something to do with this Three of Cups situation here. She could have been socializing with a group of people, and he became upset about this, okay? Yeah, Five of Swords. This were the fighting, fussing, cussing, arguments, disagreement, misunderstandings, the conflict, the defeat, the hostility, the plot twist, the abuse. This man was very abusive towards her. Very argumentative, very cutthroat and ruthless type of individual here. Yeah, look, she was trapped. Eight of Swords. He was like holding her captive, hostage. She was like in a crisis situation, doom and gloom type of situation. He was keeping her stuck, restricted, unable to move or get out of her situation. He didn't want her friends with anybody else, talking to anybody else, seeing anybody else, going anywhere. He felt like he owned her, and he was trying to, he entrapped her. Whatever this smallest offer, proposition or proposal that he made her, it not only caused her burdens, hardship, problematic situation, stress, overwhelming imbalance. There was betrayal, disloyalty, sabotage, and ruin. Okay, he trapped her with this Eight of Swords here. Okay, you got Ace of Swords here. She knew some type of truth or clarity. There's something about some type of truth or clarity, awareness, insight, or something in some type of messages of some kind here. Maybe either she spoke some type of truth or clarity to someone about him, or she found out some type of truth or clarity about him, or something here. But there's some type of, you got the Ace of Swords on the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands is about swift, fast communication. The Ace of Swords is about truth and clarity. Okay? Whatever this is, it had her in mental conflict. It had her stressed, worried, depressed, with anxiety and fear and some more shit. Look at this, the Emperor here. So this is a masculine who has some type of power, authority, or leadership here. This is Mark's energy. Okay? He's coming off as this, grounded, stable, secure, wealthy man, with all this money or whatever. But there's a lot of secret, hidden things, sneaky, freaky, creepy things, low down and dirty things, filthy, nasty things about his job. What he do for work and how he gets his money and makes his money. And I feel like she knew, Kyara may have known the truth or found out the truth about this. And that's what led to this tower here. This chaos, this tragedy, this upheaval, this shakeup, this problematic situation, this disruption, this destruction here, okay? I feel like she found out about him having sex with prostitutes. Or like it's some underhanded shit that is going on, okay? With the job that the work that he do, I'm telling you, it's like, it's tied into like exploitation, trafficking, prostitution, all kinds of shit. What he do is a front for a whole criminal network of prostitution, human trafficking, sex trafficking, and some more shit. I'm telling you, it is. And the work that he do is like a cover, like, you know what I'm saying, for like making it seem like, oh, worried about the people, the community, and different things like that. But if you look at the whole, he's not doing anything to help them. So it's not like he's running some type of business, some type of service to get these people clean, to get these people off the streets, to get these people rehabilitated, to get these people, safe and secure and different things like that. It's exploitation. It's tied to prostitution, human trafficking, sex trafficking, all kinds of shit. And that's a matter of fact. Y'all will be surprised as to how many, like literally very, very young people are on there that's on the streets. Okay? That's literally sitting up there looking like they ain't nothing but some panties and some bras. I mean, it's some on there that look like they barely fucking developed bodies. Okay? And they out turning tricks and some more shit. And it's like, there's no service there that's there to help them, get them off the street, get them, nothing. Nothing. Okay? It's some other shit that's going on with the shit that he does. Okay? Like, look. Give you an example. Look at this one right here. Can y'all see that? I don't know how well y'all can see that. Go on there. Pregnant, what they say? Pregnant 14-year-old prostitute. Call herself Trophy. Okay? These are the type of people that's on here, but it's all type of people in there, from drug addicts to homeless people to pimps to prostitutes to all kinds of people. Look, teenage male prostitute, like all kinds of people on here. And these people, they come on these shows and they do this because he's paying them to do these shows. You know what I'm saying? But that goes with any show, you know, that you're interviewed on and different things like that or whatever. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing something for nothing type of thing or what have you. But at the same time, like, and like some of these people, the ones of them that's addicts, the ones of them that's homeless, the ones of them that's on the street that's full grown, on their own, doing what they do, fine, okay? The really, really young people that's on there like that, there is no outlet, avenue, anything to help them. So it's exploitation. And they get on there, he asks them all these questions like he's really concerned about them and their lifestyles and different things like that. And they're literally letting people know where these young folks is at, what block they on, what neighborhood they in. And do you think after motherfuckers seeing this show that our predators ain't going through them neighborhoods and picking them motherfuckers up? I don't mean to call them MF, excuse my language. But do you honestly think that's not going on? Okay? Let me see if I can find. You see these two on here? These two right here. This is the mother-daughter I was telling you about. They have been on this show several times. Done plenty of videos. Okay? These two right here. Can y'all see it? These two right here. Now they on here like they mother-daughter duo. They both up there half dressed, but naked. Okay, this was like an updated video. This is Nova and Tanya. Okay? When her daughter was first on there, she had put this girl at the house or whatever. That girl was like 11 years old. Some shit like that. The mother been on there several times, calling herself a damn sugar baby and some more shit like that or whatever. She's a prostitute, glorified prostitute. She was also did another video, came back on there when the stuff with the Diddy was going on. She was like, oh yeah, I went to one of the Diddy parties and this and the other was going on and all this other kind of shit or whatever. She has taught her daughter how to be a prostitute. Her daughter is literally on the street, like literally been on the street turning tricks since she was like fucking, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, whatever. And they sitting up here, you know, mommy-daughter duo, prostitutes, you know, doing a big dance. Like, seriously? This shit is being glorified. There's nothing to help them, save them, rehabilitate people, get them counseling, treatment, nothing. What the fuck? When her daughter was on there, one of her videos where she was on here, it's been a while ago. It probably was like last year or whatever. The girl was practically so naked, like she barely had anything that was covering her nipples. She's practically naked. And the bottom she had on like whatever it was. Practically looked like pennies or a little or whatever it was. It showed everything. To the point where, and when he first ran it, showed it as is. It wasn't that people made a big fuss about it or what have you, that this girl was practically just sitting there fucking naked. Because I kid you not, the thing she had on looked like it was covering nothing but her nipple. And everything. And he sit up here and act like, oh, you're such a great gentleman. And all the prostitutes come on there, every last one of them there come on there, half dressed, really ain't dressed the fuck at all. And you, Mr. Great Gentleman, white guy sitting up here, because you care about the people. Just talking to them oh so professionally. I could only imagine. He probably sitting there with his goddamn leg crossed. That's the reason why he stay out the camera and only have the camera on them. Because I guarantee you, he's sitting there with his legs crossed trying to keep him getting a motherfucking hard on and shit. Because like, that's what's going on though. Y'all have to literally go through. He interviewed all kinds of people. Okay? All kinds of people. Especially prostitutes. He loves talking to the prostitutes. Look at this one right here. Look, and then he's slick. Okay, this video is 3 minutes and 4 seconds. 3:04. Okay. Now this shit here, she's obviously a prostitute, y'all. She's up here with nothing. He's got her breasts blurred out, but look at this. She's exposing her breasts. And you think he ain't sitting here enjoying this shit? This is exploitation, bruh. This fucking YouTube channel. This shit is tied to human sex trafficking, prostitution, the whole fucking operation, and it's a front. Like it's like to help these people, give them a voice, so people would know. Why do people need to know how with the life that these folks is living if there is no connections, channels, outlets to help them? This is just fucking exploitation. And see, like the smaller states, it's homeless people everywhere. It's people on the street that's everywhere. So a lot of the smaller states or what have you, you probably see more middle-aged to older people. You'll have some younger people. They probably in they like if you do see some teens on the street, like they in their late teens, you know what I'm saying? And, 18, 19, they're in their 20s. But most of the people that you see on the streets like that, they probably middle-aged, late middle-aged, elder. In your bigger states, you will see literal babies that's homeless on the street. I'm talking about 8, 9, 10 years old and shit. And it's like people, I'm talking about like California, New York, all of this. Your bigger states, they're just out there. In smaller states, you couldn't see kids that young that was on the streets like that. Somebody gonna stop. Somebody somewhere is going to stop and get them from here. Where's your parents at? Where you supposed to be? You understand what I'm saying? In a smaller state. In bigger states, nobody fucking cares. Majority of them, if they runaways and shit, they feel like they stay on the street because they just being raped and molested and beaten and all kind of shit at the fuck home. Them young kids get it. And what do you think they got to do on the street to get a meal? They ain't even old enough to rent a hotel room themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all remember that situation? I forget where it was at, but that young boy, he was on the fucking streets or whatever. The guy, I think they said the guy he was like literally snatched up. The boy was like, he ended up walking in a store or something. And he got blood running all down his legs and shit like that. He ended up collapsing right in front of like a bodega store or some shit like that or whatever. And they had to call the police. That boy had been raped by a grown ass fucking man, convict, out on the fucking street. And he was like a little young ass boy. You think that shit don't go on all the fucking time? Ain't nobody doing shit. Ain't nobody fucking doing nothing. Ain't no, I can even understand you saying a person that be like, look, when it comes to grown people, folks out here, they not trying to help themselves. They not trying to do anything. They out here on these streets, they doing truck, they doing this, that, and the other, whatever. You back grown. I don't understand how you can see folks that young on the streets. And then it don't bother nobody. You ain't worried about it, nobody. But everybody, you got motherfuckers around here. Oh, stay the children, care about the kids. No, the fuck you don't. It's whole posses of kids on the street right the fuck now. Turning tricks. It's some more shit. Having to eat out of dumpsters and some more shit. Ain't nobody doing nothing to fuck about. I don't even understand that. I don't even understand it. And maybe just because of some fact I'm in a smaller state, because in smaller states, like if you see, I'm telling you, if you see younger people that's like, you know what I'm saying, on the streets and different things like that or whatever, they're not like, they're in their late teens. You know what I'm saying? They're old enough to be on their own. Okay? So like 18, 19 years old. Maybe some 17 years old that's about to be 18 or some shit like that or what have you. You understand what I'm saying? They're old enough to be out there. They're old enough to be on their own. if they decide to, leave home or get out of another bad situation, they're out there on the streets or whatever. I'm talking about the really, really, really young ones. In smaller states, you don't see them you understand what I'm saying? Young folks in smaller states got somewhere to be. Like you belong somewhere to somebody. You're supposed to be somewhere, even the ones that's in the system. You belong somewhere. At a residential facility, at a foster home, with somebody, somewhere. You belong somewhere. You would never drive up and down any particular street in a smaller state and see babies on the street. Like you see very, very young people on the street. You do in bigger states. I know I'm talking about people just going on about their business. There be a whole bunch of traffic going back and forth, to and fro. It's like nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. In a smaller state, some kids that young on the street by themselves, half naked, looking dirty, ain't ate or something. Somebody's gonna stop and be like, "Where you supposed to be? Where your parents at?" A kid that young ain't gonna be in a retail store that long by their goddamn self without somebody trying to figure out where the hell is your parents at. Like, who you with? You see what I'm saying? In a smaller state. But in bigger states, you see this shit all the time. So this is just a front for exploitation. It's basically pimping. It's pimping them out. It's like putting them on display. Pimp them out. And many of them come on there and tell you what they're all into and what they about and what they like and where they at and what comments they be on and some more shit like that. And you think they're no predators watching them videos and smooth going to the areas and looking for them. This is crazy, bro. Okay. But there was some type of conflict. There was conflict, there was hostility, there was abuse here. Okay. He was abusing Kyara. He entrapped her. Okay. Because she knew some type of truth or clarity about him. Okay. Which led to this tower moment. Okay. And once again, I'm going to say allegedly. All this information that I'm giving you is alleged according to the information that I'm getting from my spirit guides, okay? Yeah, there you go right there. Look, Star, King of Swords. 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Look. He got the star status here. He popular. He famous. He's well known. He in the star status here. You know what I'm saying? King of Swords. We know he's Aquarius. That's his energy here. He was the 3 of Wands talks about motivation, determination, passion, drive, taking action. Okay. 7 of Cups is about him weighing his options, possibilities, choices, decisions, and different things like that, or what have you here. Okay. Yeah. He was weighing his options on how to bring about some type of change. He used her as young as he wanted to use her until he got emotionally unfulfilled with her, and then he had to figure out how to change the situation. Okay? 9 of Wands. Right, so the 9 of Wands is all about defense, protection, trying to defend himself, protect himself. Felt like a sacrifice was needed to be made. Why? Because this partnership, this relationship that he was in. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He could have went into hermit mode. I'm seeing a whole bunch of young people around him. The Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, 9 of Coins, Ace of Coins. Okay, this is him paying kids. This is him paying young folks. They come to his studio, his show, whatever. Okay, because it's one thing because you can't look, the school district, if you notice when your kids go to school, parents have to sign a waiver giving even the school permission to photograph your kids. whether it's on a field trip, whether it's just for school, school pictures, you know how they take different little pictures at different times. Like it might be science fair time, it might be this, that, and the other going on in school. The parents have to sign a waiver. Okay, what waiver is being signed for these young people that's on the show to be photographed, half fucking naked, talk about sucking and fucking and turning tricks and sucking dicks on the goddamn street, and what all kind of drugs they do, and all kind of shit. What waiver is being signed? Huh? And some of them you got, because see, that's what happened with the mother daughter that I showed you. When she kicks her out and this girl the little girl ended up going to the show or what have you, he recorded her and everything or whatever one, and she was on there damn near naked. Her mama wasn't fucked up about it, had talked about the girl like a dog. It was like, oh, she out here, oh, she giant, and all this other kind of stuff. Talk shit. When everybody made a spectacle about how he had the girl on there naked, showing all the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Her breasts, showing everything. He went back to the mother and contacted the mother, because the mother did a whole video and was like, talking to her daughter. Her daughter called, told me, yeah, I just talked to Mark the other day. He called me, wanted me to sign this thing for permission to record you and Submerged. You see what I'm saying? So then they got the backtrack. The last show they was on there, they on there together. Mother, daughter, hoeing together. Putting on it's a show. Oh, y'all having a good time. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Now, all the young other folks that's been on his show, who signed a waiver for them? Nobody. But they're homeless, they on the streets. They telling you they prostitutes. They telling you that they doing into drug use and all this other kind of shit. You recording it. You got it on camera. You saying the shit. And they on there half naked and shit. Okay? This is soft porn. Forget soft white, bitch. Because that soft white is cocaine. Everybody know people call cocaine soft. Okay? It's called a lot of things. Soft white girl. I call it a lot of things. Okay? Soft white underbelly, yeah. He probably liked putting that soft white under a bitch belly and snorting it, snorting some damn lines off of that. Okay, stop playing. Stop playing. Okay? Because that's what he doing. He playing in people's fucking faces. And ain't nobody calling this shit for what the fuck it is, bro. That's soft porn. Is what that is. Soft porn. And what they is. All the other interviews that he do with homeless people and and different things like that or whatever, that just be to have other content going. Make it seem like, he care about the community, about all kinds of goings-ons out on the street and different things like that or what have you. He also have a lot of traumatized abuse victims on there or whatever. All of them that went through some type of trauma or abuse or neglect and different things, that gets glorified too. See, they love preying on the vulnerable victims who have gone through trauma in their life. Or they were raped, they was molested, they was beat, they was, all this other kind of stuff. That's what led them to drug addiction. That's what led them to alcoholism. That's what led them to prostitution and all this other kind of stuff. But you're not doing anything to help them, treat them, okay? Now back to the young folks that's on there, right? Ain't nobody signed no way for them to be on camera and to be recorded. And they on here basically naked, soft porn, right? You're paying them to be there. So you are paying for their services. You are paying for their services. Okay? That's what that is. You're paying for their services. It's exploitation. It's still prostitution. Okay? He is promoting these people to come on there. Because you think he had plenty pimps on that show. You think ain't no pimps watching them shows? You think ain't no predators and no hustlers watching themselves? You think they done came through the strip and scooped them up a couple and got them some holes on the straw? Huh? Real life street shit. Which he should call the damn show. Fuck that soft white underbelly ass bullshit. Real life street shit. What it should be called. Yeah. That's what's going on here, though, y'all. Yeah. Yep. This is this situation was nothing but heartache, heartbreak, sadness, sorrow, misery, pain, anguish here. Okay. He was the one who have sex with other people that he was paying, and he paid these people. He like paying for sex. Okay. He's got a sex addiction. Remember the sex addiction part of it? He has a sex addiction. Okay. This is why he don't mind being generous and giving. Okay. But something changed here. Something changed. Okay. I feel like Kyara wanted out of this situation. There was some type of emotional unsatisfaction. Why? Because of Mark. He in this star ass energy here, and he changed to the fucking devil. He is the devil. Okay. Yeah, he called himself having this success, this triumph, this victory. But things are being publicly recognized with him. He got all this money here, and he don't mind tricking with his money. That's what led to this tower situation, this chaos, this tragedy. Yeah. Because of him. Okay? Once again, the Three of Cups here with this devil card here. Okay? You got Kiana coming out here as the Knight of Wands. Okay. I feel like she found out things about him. Okay. She probably was a little careless, a little reckless, a little foolish for even dealing with him. Okay. Look, this is so eerie. Look at this card, magic here. He did some type of magic ritual on her, spell on her. Look at her. This is how she was in the tub. Not submerged underwater. Ain't this card creepy? It's the high priestess. This is woman in the tub. Does it look submerged underwater to you? She in the tub. Her head is above water. He murdered her. Look what was before this. The magician with the high priestess. I told you Mark is into the dark arts, the occult. He did a ritual with her. He did some type of satanic ritual with her, water ritual with her, okay? Why? They got in an argument, a fight, a disagreement here, okay? Yeah. And look, her family is even in on the secret shit that is going on. They knew all about the burdens and the hardships and the problem and the situations that she was dealing with in this relationship here, okay? And I feel like she could have even spoke out about it. She could have even told somebody about it, how she was feeling here, okay? And that's when this judgment was made. That's when this decision was made, okay? Yeah, he was being cruel to her. He was keeping her in solitude, in isolation, in a hermit mode. He had her in mental conflict. He was doing cruel things to her, okay? He's a liar. He himself is a cheater, a manipulator, a con artist. Now he's trying to defend himself, protect himself because of these other lovers that she found out about, that he was fucking with, that he was fooling with. But look, you see the lovers with the 8 of coins here? He was having sex with people on his job. She found out about it. And that's what led to her death. Okay? That's what they was arguing about. Okay? Yeah. That's what they was arguing about in the past. This is what led to her death. That's what that truth and that clarity was. Okay? I'm trying to tell you what I know. This woman was sacrificed. Her family know. Whoever she considered to be family, her family know what really happened to her. And if you know, they did, and that's the reason why they ain't saying a damn word. They accepted they got some type of payout. Okay? He had to get rid of her because he couldn't run the risk of her telling anybody what he was doing, what he was going on, what type of shit he really had going on with his job at work, and how he really get down, how he be abusive to her, how he on drugs, do drugs, fuck with people who own drugs and do drugs, supplying them money and drugs and shit. Okay, probably pimping out a few, definitely tricking out on a lot, some. Okay, that's the truth. Allegedly, according to the information that I'm getting by my spirit guides. Okay, y'all know this is for your entertainment purposes only. Y'all use your own discernment, guys. Okay, so that concludes the reading for Kyara Nychole Odessa Guidry, guys. Okay, I do hope that this is giving you all the truth and the clarity that, you know, those who were seeking the truth in this situation. You know, if there's anybody out there that actually cared about her or loved her or what have you, and wanted to know the truth of why this woman, you know, suddenly met her demise here. Okay. But that's what he do, because that's the same thing he was doing with her. The same thing he was doing with Kyara is the same thing that he do with other people. Okay, because like I said, you know, he tried to make it seem like, oh, you know, they had a relationship like that, and they were dealing with each other for a while or what have you, but they had an arrangement with one another. Okay, he has a sex addiction. As long as she was you know, for pleasing him sexually, he provided for her financially. Okay, and that's his deal with several other people that he did. He preyed upon her vulnerability, but she was a sacrifice. Okay, and the family know it, and they received some type of compensation for this woman dying. But this was a crime of passion. This was a crime of passion. This was fatal attraction. She was killed by the very person that she was dealing with, that she was involved with. Okay? He's way too cocky. He was a sugar daddy, but he caused her a lot of mental conflict, and he snapped. Okay? Yeah. That's what's going on here, though, guys. Okay? So for those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tips.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any person who is interested in donating to the channel, you can do so through Cash App, which is $tip-diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/add36diamond. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that's lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am created in the image of God. Real quick overcap, guys. All the cards at the bottom of the deck, you got the Lovers, the Three of Swords. Okay. The Lovers speak of one choices in love. Okay. It's basically sexual partners. Okay. The Three of Swords. And this card is very interesting as well. These cards are actually very creepy. Let me show y'all this real quick, guys. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Let me show you real quick this card. You see this Three of Swords? This is even a bathtub too. It's got three swords going through it here. You see the blood in the tub here, okay? Yeah, the Three of Swords is about heartache. It's about heartache, heartbreak, sadness, sorrow, misery, pain, anguish, guys. Okay. A lot of times the Three of Swords is due to third party situations and different things like that.